Yeah, ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze, cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze, cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios.
All right, we back, man. We back. It's Rios and Lucc in the morning. We're here. This is just some makeshift stuff. You know, I was supposed to be here at 5 in the morning. Had to stop the other live because it accidentally picked up on a multi-stream. It was going to kick. It was bad. Wasn't good internet service. It wasn't looking good. So here we are. Back with another live, started it over. I did R files last night, just in case.
How'd they go?
I went really good, man. I did R files and getting back in the groove of just streaming and being here. But I want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all the supporters, all the Ghetto Cafe. You guys are amazing. Blessings to y'all. It's a blessing that we woke up today. God is good all the time. All the time, God is good.
Yes, sir.
And so just want to give you guys a special shout out of positivity and all love all the time.
Did you cover one topic on R Files?
Yes. So on R Files, so yesterday's wake up show, I started like at 5:15, but we had went over all kind of shit. I was just going over the war, like these conspiracy things, Queen Sheba, Menelik, King Solomon. And the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh, y'all was deep.
We went deep.
Yeah,
we went deep. Sure. And so they was like, "Oh, we should do an R Files. This is the lane." You know what I mean? Like this is, and they were all interested. So I had made a promise. It's like, you know what? Let's go ahead and we're gonna do an R Files tonight.
Okay.
And so I had to go to an art opening of my father-in-law's at Cal State Dominguez. So I didn't get back home till 9.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So I started maybe like at 8:30.
Which is a good time for R Files, right? It's like at night anyway. It's good. Okay.
It was cool, but it's like for people on the East Coast, it's like, you know
I'm tripping. My bad.
I would like to start like around the earlier start, the longer you can go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I could go a lot longer. If I start at 6, I could go to 10.
And right. For them, that's 9. That's good for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And so, you know, just I'm it's been a year, a little over a year, right? Maybe a year, close to a year and a half that I've been doing this stuff.
You've been doing well too.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
And it's like just navigating and learning the game and understanding the impact, engagement, how to roll things out. And I'm learning what I want to do and shit that I don't definitely no longer want to do.
Got it.
You know what I mean? Like sometimes you put yourself into a pressure cooker on your own.
Yep.
Like you just literally put this own time limit, this own
these unnecessary things on yourself.
And I'm like putting all that shit on. And it's like, dude, why am I doing this? Like I don't even got to do it at this time. I don't even like doing this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so I built out this studio. I'm here.
Beautiful studio too.
I'm here. Why not be here? Why not do my shit here? You know what I mean? Like, so it's certain things like that I've gotten. You have to have those, not negative, not bad, but you have to experience life to know what you want and what you don't want.
For sure.
But with you, we need to get back to relatable. Or we need to get back to doing some lives, something, you know what I mean? Just to have impact with the people, man.
For sure.
And so now I'm figuring out things with our files, like certain ideas of what to do. And I think this comeback on our files is about to be freaking dope.
I'm excited about that. Dope. You got, so our files are, well, okay, let me ask you, the premise, I have the our files as like the X-Files, right? Kind of like about supernatural, conspiracy theory, kind of. Yeah. That's what it's about, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like conspiracy shit, but also like untalked about, edgy stuff. You know what I mean? Like just movies, this and that, just things that aren't normally talked about. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that shit. You know what I mean?
Flacco, man.
Is that Flacco? Let's see if that's really him. Oh, but whoever it is, thank you for the.
That's how you spell his name?
I don't know.
No, I'm saying that is how he spells his name.
That is how he spells his name?
Yeah.
I don't even know how. I got to go over here to see. Shout out Flacco, man. Thank you for the super chat.
Yeah.
No, that is cuz. Yeah. Shout out to Flacco, man. Appreciate the super chat. And that's just pretty much what it is right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, find that groove, find that lane that I'm comfortable in, that I'm not spreading myself too thin, and that keeps the content strong.
For sure. Yeah.
Now, I want to talk about, because I don't think my followers, which follow you as well, but I don't know if they all know how you found your niche with
metal.
And I do want to talk about like Flacco as well.
Okay.
About you agree or don't agree with this content, whatever, like if you agree or disagree, whatever it is, but what you can't deny is
he's good at his fucking job. 100%. Yeah, 100%. I follow Flacco too.
Okay.
I'm a subscriber. He's good at his job. Obviously, first of all, I'm born and raised here from the West Coast, LA. And I'm answering the Flacco thing first.
Yeah.
So there's the part that also I wouldn't do certain things because I'm from here, from a certain type of lifestyle that I've lived and experienced certain things. So I wouldn't be as like critical or openly critical about certain things like other people have the luxury of being.
Yeah.
Right. Flacco's one of them guys where he's like a journalist. He's saying I report the things that I hear and see, right?
Yeah.
So people call in, whether you got information, he reports and see. Now, for me, I'm very old school that's pretty dangerous, depending on what you reporting and seeing.
Oh, the relaying information.
Yeah, relaying information, right? So for me, I'm from a very old school way of doing things, which I understand that doesn't necessarily apply or connect in today's time, right? So I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right. But hell, I'm a subscriber of his channel. So I watch most of the things he's talking about on his channel when he's reacting to, like the latest in drama. That's most of the time how I find out what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Because I watch a lot of it. So, and he's very, like I said, very, very good at that. Watching him, you like, oh no, he's not just a dude talking shit. I'm sorry about cursing, but
no, he's all good.
He's not a dude just talking trash. He's actually, the way he reports, the way he shows footage, the way it's like a real news channel, just like of covering like the things of like maybe pop culture.
Right. But then you have like the borderline, not even like really borderline. Like the thing that I would disagree with, or that I take up cause with, is the broad stroke of LA niggas.
That's what I said. My first. My first sentiment is I'm from here, born and raised from here. So there's certain things I don't speak on because I'm born and raised from here. And I'm very old school, so there's rules on how we move.
Yeah.
I don't think these guys, younger and not from here, even look at that or apply to the same.
Right.
Have you had a conversation with a younger nigga nowadays? I don't care where you're from now.
Yeah.
About snitching? It's a very different conversation than we would have with anybody, excuse me, years back.
Yeah.
They don't look at none of it the same.
No.
None of it.
No.
And also they more so like, I'm telling for, I don't, I'm like, that wasn't even the thing of, I don't care what kind of life you live. If you know what's up, that's not even, so I can't, it's two different things. Now, here's the thing. Karma is real. So what you put out there, there's a consequence for it at all times. What that consequence is going to be, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what the consequence is going to be. Or maybe something small. Maybe something small, maybe something big. But you have to be conscious of the things you put out there because it's dangerous. My man said, I'm not going to reply what he said. I'm not going to respond to what he said, but he said,
you can say,
no, I'm not going to say it because that means I'm putting that out here.
Yeah.
I can't put that out here. But he said he's not a journalist. He's something else.
Yeah.
Right? I can't say if he's that. Right? I know that you can't. It's one thing to say Flacco because he's a big name. Right? Tons of niggas do this and talk like this.
Yeah.
So are they all that?
No.
So I don't want to single him out because he got a bigger name.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like, even that comment, right? Like, oh, he's not a journalist, he's this. Well, guess what? What you're calling them, some of those are journalists. Like, there's journalists, like, what are you talking about? Like, just because of your situation or your stance or your disposition on whatever, hood, life, whatever, just because your disposition is the opposite doesn't make you not a journalist. Like what they say in Tropical Thunder, he said, just because it's a theme song don't make it not true. That's a good theme song. Don't make it not true.
No, but I understand that. I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing that. I'm always more so. I'm always know what you playing with.
Right. And that's so. Look,
but even that we sound old school.
We are old school.
First of all, I'm comfortable in that. That's what I'm saying. I'm comfortable being who I am. Yeah. I'm just saying why nobody else be tripping.
Yeah.
Because they not looking at it the same. And it's like quiet as kept. The consequences don't seem like they're the same either.
No.
Dude, look, let me give you a real example of somebody that niggas people say is the police or snitching. They call Gunna the actual snitch and say he's police, right?
Uh-huh.
They said that about him.
Yeah.
Right? In the 90s, there would be no more Gunna.
No.
If this was public information that Gunna did whatever y'all say Gunna did, there would be no more. And I'm not saying that it would just be rest in peace. I'm saying that that's an option for certain people who play it like that, but there would be no career after that. There would be no support because there was a universal niggas ain't fuck with that.
Right.
In the 90s though.
In the 90s.
But we are far away from the 90s.
Far away from the 90s. 35 years away, I don't want to be 25 years at the least.
So I'm not the guy to be talking about the 90s in that kind of way about what, back in my day, that's what you sound like.
Yeah.
So my whole thing is, look, play with what you know you can play with. Whatever happens after that is on you.
It's on you.
Right? But if you ask, if you're a journalist and you the way you get down, I'm like, yeah, he killed her doing that. Now he know Flacco know. Yeah. Flacco know he messing with subjects that's gonna piss people off and maybe touchy to people. He also know he out here every day doing these videos and making money, making a living off of it. That's it, going to the top. Keep going up. Numbers keep growing. Numbers keep growing. So at the end of the day, what are y'all, not y'all, you, but what are y'all telling him? He like, man, I feed my family off doing this. And you telling me to stop because of what? Because some niggas gonna do something they ain't did nothing to me already?
Yeah.
He went to all the shows. He was on Adam 22, No Jumper, where all y'all be at. He been on hell, he was on Fig and
Back on Fig.
Back on Fig. I don't know how many times he was back on
Community,
Fig.
Ace Boys Worldwide.
Ace Boy Worldwide. He where all you niggas be at. Nothing happened to him. He making more money, keep growing. Leave that nigga alone.
And look,
at this point.
And then somebody said, I still respect integrity. Fuck all that. Yeah, but what
I understand that, but what are we talking about here?
Yeah, what are we talking about here? What you can't compare your integrity to somebody else's integrity.
You know what it sound like? And I'm gonna keep 100. So when I watch shows like the Housewives stuff with my wife, Atlanta Housewives or Married to Medicine, I watch the shows with my wife. And I'm sitting back and they get in an argument, and I be sitting there like, man, why she even mess with her?
Yeah.
And my wife be like, what? This is the show.
This is what it is.
This is the show. On this show, they do this. They fight. They throw drinks on each other. This is the show.
Yes.
If you watching this, you signed up for this.
This is why you're watching.
This is why you're watching. You're entertained by that. So if a cat like Flacco keep getting views, he keep getting bigger and growing, right? Y'all are entertained. Now the people who are very old school, which is fine. I stand for integrity. I stand for integrity too.
Yeah.
But when I want some ignorant shit, I go to where all the ignorant shit at. Or if I want some drama, I go to where the drama at. If I want some journalists or some rumors, I go where the journal and rumors at.
Yeah.
That don't mean I'm not integral. I'm integral about everything.
But it's also, that's to the what is it like, to the eye of the beholder? Like, what do you consider integrity? What are your boundaries? Like, your integrity might not be what I consider integrity. You might feel more for what I'm talking about than you might be more closer feeling to them because you grew up with them. I don't know them like that. I'm talking about these people.
Charleston White made a statement where people found disrespectful when he said, y'all out here celebrating King Von, and this is not my opinion, it's what Charleston White said. Y'all celebrating King Von, and I'm talking to Tuka's mama. Right? You out here celebrating that the dude is you say is the murderer.
The mom, yeah.
Right? And I'm out here hold his mama while she crying to me about her son being gone.
Yeah.
Right? So when it comes to like police statements or being integral about certain stuff, which I understand. I'm not saying I don't understand that. I'm just saying there's an argument for somebody else to say, wait a minute. Because he talked about the gang banging or the shootings that was stupid because y'all shot each other up at an establishment or somebody shot each other up somewhere or somebody got killed somewhere. He's saying that's stupid, right? Or he said, this is stupid. Right? But you don't think what happened is stupid? You don't think the person died is stupid? So he's putting that kind of shit on the front page to be like, let's question that. Like, I'm stupid because I said these gang bangers were stupid for shooting people for a color or because they beefing on each other's side. That's not my argument. I was born with these niggas, so that's not my argument. I'm just saying what he would be saying. Yeah. Right? The flip side is, or are they stupid for shooting innocent people? Or shooting at people because he's from there and I'm from there and I don't know him?
Yes.
So we got to start questioning these things.
Exactly.
As adults.
Questioning the actions. And that's why I bring up integrity and not to go back and forth with JB, but he says, don't start with subjective stuff. There is an objective definition to shit like integrity. Here's the definition. Integrity is the quality of being honest, ethical, and having strong moral principles that do not waver. What are your moral principles? It involves doing the right thing consistently, even when no one is watching, and aligns actions with internal
values.
Internal values. That, like, what's your internal values? What do you value? Do you value the citizen, the civilian, or do you value this?
And the ethics depends on what field, what industry, or what you're playing in.
Right.
For different ethics. So I'm not saying that somebody's not being integral. What I'm saying is that from whose point of view is someone being or not being integral?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I'm the old excuse me, if I'm the old man on the corner that saw the shootout, right? And I called the police and told them Lil Ron around them did it.
Right.
The niggas, Lil Ron and his homies, they looking at me like I'm a bitch ass nigga, a snitch, or whatever. I'm not integral.
Right.
You're not a man because you called the police, you told, right? The adults on the block, the grown-ups, the people who watch people die, they looking at him like, no, nigga, no, you niggas is not. Y'all the problem. So when you argue integrity, from whose standpoint are you arguing from?
And whose perspective?
So, and I'm not arguing with
internal values.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with him about integral. I don't know him. He don't know me.
Yeah.
Right? We don't know. I'm not arguing about that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm speaking from people have a different standpoint for how they view what is integral and who's integral, depending on the situation.
Exactly.
So you got to ask yourself that. What can you deal with, and what can you? But and if there's a problem, like I said to you the other day, I said if there's a problem with Flacco, right? Mm-hmm. How does Flacco be in all these spaces and nobody did nothing? Because all these niggas, first of all these niggas claim they're street niggas.
Right.
All of them. Not one of them say they're not street niggas. They can't even get mad at me for saying that.
Right.
All these niggas either gangbang or claim they street niggas.
Right.
Not one of them touched a hair on Flacco's head. Not one.
Not a stranger.
I'm talking about people that's around him.
Yeah, not
that's been around. Not one of them. So what are we talking about? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so if you call one, or you can't be the kettle call.
You call one, call them all.
Call them all.
What you mean?
Call them all.
Call them all. If he a snitch or the police, and then he do AM wake up show with RIos, what is RIos? Because back in the day, I know what we call RIos.
Boom.
And what is he? So let me get some water real quick.
Yeah, do you think? And it's like, I'm not saying that integrity, but people have different values. Like, I'm not gonna hold this nigga to a standard or expectations that I hold my people, my guy. Like, nigga, like he don't even grow up. He's not even a part of that world. That's not what he values. At all. He don't value what I value. Nigga, so am I gonna hate a slow nigga for being slow? Like, am I gonna like? You know what I mean? Like, damn, nigga, you couldn't answer that question. Nah, I'm slow.
That's great. That's
oh, my bad. Yeah, you slow.
That's crazy. That's the best.
Am I gonna be mad at a nigga for being slow? Nigga slow. He is who he is. Like, that's his realm. And then you bring up a great point. If what he's doing is so bad, he's supposedly around the baddest niggas ever to claim to be. And they allowing it.
To JB, 730 JB. Ack supposedly got slapped by another nigga. It wasn't the niggas who say they be the street niggas.
Oh,
it was a nigga outside the game who did what he was supposed to do when he saw Ack.
When did Ack get slapped?
By I forgot who homie. Was it East Coast nigga?
I didn't even know he got slapped.
Yeah, it was somebody homeboy. But he was a street nigga. It was that's who he got supposedly slapped by.
Mm-hmm.
The street nigga. But not by the nigga who is the known nigga who's supposed to be a street nigga.
Mm-hmm.
The rapper.
Yeah.
So he got slapped by who he's supposed to get slapped by. That's what happened.
This was recent?
And I also said, well, Ack said he didn't. He said dude ran up on him. He said he didn't. Ack said he didn't, but the dude said he did. You know. I'm gonna figure it out. I forgot the nigga name. Somebody gonna say it. Lil Baby partner, yeah. Lil Baby partner's the one who did it. Now Lil Baby didn't do it.
Did he send him? Like,
Lil Baby did. I don't know, but the nigga did what he be doing. Street nigga did what street nigga do.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the niggas that claim they street niggas, claim they on that time, but then turn it to fans or it's all business when these niggas be around.
Now, let's ask this
question. Now, do your business ties are more important than what you tie down to in the streets? Right? Mm-hmm. For example, if niggas gangbang, right, which most of these niggas do, I'm talking about that on podcasts. If they gangbang, right, is the business much more important than who they dedicate to? I'm talking about in gangbang, if you are one of the ones, you've shot over some shit, you beat some niggas up over some shit, you done put your life on the line over some shit, you done did something crazy over it, right? Now, if the business trumps that, then what are we talking about? Right? Because your hood's supposed to be everything to you, right?
Supposed to be number one.
Right, so
your whole stance is that.
Right, so when do we draw the line about when we gonna start hanging with niggas we call police or snitches or quote unquote bitch ass niggas?
Right.
Why do they have a spot on a seat on in your space?
Yeah.
In your area on your podcast? Why? If they that. Now if you tell yourself I'm not playing that game no more. Yeah, I used to do this when I was younger and all that, but then I'm a podcaster. I'm a journalist now. Okay, we cool. I can dig that. That happens. You change your life, but if you that though,
be that.
If you that and you say you that, if you talk loud on camera, you be getting on niggas, or you ever argue with a nigga on camera, I ain't be hearing these arguments. I know what Crips and Bloods sound like when they argue back and forth. Right? I done seen niggas talk to Adam 22 crazy.
I'm very familiar with that.
Yeah, I know what the energy look like. Don't that energy cannot not be there when a nigga like Flocko around. And I only use him as an example.
We just use him as an example.
I'm not using Flocko personally. But if people say they have a problem with him, then how is he walking around here so freely cool?
Right.
And be all the places and you know what I mean? Because what happens is, because we talked about that, because clout or popularity is the new drug. It's the highest form of drug.
Right.
So people want to be, they know if it's gonna bring traffic, it's gonna bring views, it's gonna get your something to peak, whatever, they'll tuck everything to get involved with it. They'll tuck everything to get involved with it.
Tuck everything, like, and that's when I start questioning, like, oh, and I'm talking about specifically Flocko right now because of his success, right? His people, I think what it is, this is my assumption, this is what I'm thinking. People see the benefit of being around Flocko.
I don't want to talk about Flocko. They misinformed. I don't want to. Yeah, because I want to get misinformed, because it's like I'm talking to. I start to feel like I'm talking to myself, because if I understand. I understand that I'm an individual that's often misunderstood, but not I have to be comfortable in being misunderstood because I'm a rare nigga.
Yeah.
Right. So what I think may be different than most people. So when I say what I'm saying, a lot of niggas don't understand what I be talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all argue with me about he saying he not outside, right? Dude, this is 2026. What is outside? If you're around the niggas who be
God.
What's outside?
What's outside? What do you mean?
So, and I'm not having that kind of conversation like, oh, you don't be in the hood.
You ain't on the block serving?
Yeah, who doing that too? Who doing that? Like, so I'm not gonna be on that conversation about doing that kind of, you know what I mean?
First off, that's just moving the goalposts.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the conversation.
Moving the goalposts.
I'm talking about being in these spaces where all the niggas who got voices if you tuned into here, if you are tuned into this stream right now, which a lot of niggas ain't no more.
Yeah.
But they are. It's like if you got niggas in jail on live streams and got YouTube pages, the game has changed. You gotta change with it. This ain't back in the day. So if I say a nigga outside, if I tell you, what's my man name in two niggas online that be on they got their YouTube page cracking. What's my nigga blood? B Brazy, Lil B Brazy.
Okay.
And Ray Love from 40s, right?
Okay.
Now they both cracking online. Both of these niggas never get out of jail, I don't think. I think they both got life. If I'm not mistaken, my bad if they don't.
Yeah.
Both of them they be online all the time, going back and forth, arguing with niggas, telling stories, all the stuff like that. Technically, by modern day standards, this is outside.
Yeah.
They outside. Yes. And they literally not outside. So when I say outside, nigga, you know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. You watching everywhere they at. Like, you literally crazy, watching man. Everywhere they at. You see where they at. They everywhere that the people you watch, they there.
And this what you don't understand. He said he don't be around the people he talking about. Nigga, let me tell you what you don't understand. He get the information from the people you be talking about. Y'all don't be thinking it's real. Dude, I be trying to say stuff without saying stuff.
It's worse than you think, nigga.
First of all, I rarely talk. Especially about, you already know, my podcast wasn't about to be on no street stuff. Yeah. As much as I can talk about as much stuff as I want and as much stuff as I know, I don't speak on it.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to tell you something without telling you something. He get the information because he talking to the same niggas y'all think he not talking to. There's no secret that a lot of these dudes be having information already on deck. How does something happen in the city and then you gonna tell me a nigga in Texas already got the information about who the niggas was?
The same day.
Same day. Who is he talking to? So yeah, I don't understand that.
Miss me with that shit. Like, miss me with that judgment and credibility and
you fighting the wrong fight.
Doing this and this and that. Like, he's in whatever mix he's in.
Fighting the wrong fight.
And he's doing whatever he's doing and people are coming to him. And that's what I was getting to is like people see the balance and they see that the benefit of dealing with him outweighs the street look like, oh, let me be like, because everybody, most of these motherfuckers, no matter what you say,
cool.
They want to be celebrity status.
Yeah,
they want to be
cool.
They want to be on camera. They want to be in the limelight. So they say, oh, if I'm rubbing elbows, this is where I can be. Here, we don't give a fuck about views and none of that shit. We gonna say what we honestly feel. But let me tell y'all, it's people out there that value clout and being in position and being seen over what you think about being outside and being this hard dude.
Here's a prime example. I used to talk about these kind of niggas all the time. So, first of all, every video I ever shot, out of 10 videos, 8 of them I shot in my own neighborhood.
Yeah.
On the same 3 or 4 or 5, 6 streets around my area, right? I used to always talk about how, you ever notice how there's a rapper that come out and that rapper claim a certain hood?
Yeah.
Then there's the hood that surround him, right? And validate who he is because they just surround him. Yeah. My boy ain't the nigga, right?
Right.
They know he's a rapper. It's straight up a rapper. Now, you grew up with everybody. You grew up in the hood. This is your hood. You grew up over here, but you ain't one of them ones like that. But they surrounded you like you one of them ones like that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair, right? Now, what happens when it go bad, like it usually does? It's going to go bad, and then what happens is the rapper going to bounce on these niggas, right? And then the niggas who were close to the cameras or close to some kind of fame, they going to say, oh, you been a bitch ass nigga. You was never a real nigga. You was the little homie and all that. And the whole time we looking at you like, y'all validated him.
Right.
Right? When 6ix9ine went down,
oh, that's a perfect
then
example.
all of a sudden we heard all the 9 Trey niggas talk about he a snitch and he does that, this and that. The whole time we telling
refresh the stream.
The whole time we telling y'all like it was 6ix9ine, which y'all didn't know about. Y'all knew what we knew.
The nigga had rainbow color hair.
You do, yeah. We knew he was a weirdo. Y'all didn't know that. Now it's all bad. Now you're gonna go bad on him.
They
right?
saying the audio went out, but I think we good now.
But the problem is, he said refresh the stream.
Yeah.
Oh, it says good for him. Okay. The problem is that people want to be cracking, want to be famous, want to be popular. So they'll tuck all their integrity to stand next to the pop. Who's pop? What's cracking?
What's it called? Hitching your wagon to this horse.
100%.
Just think about
100%.
how they hitch their wagon to this false horse. Like, oh, he's got motion.
Yeah,
he's only been around for 6 months. Our hood been around for 40 years. Okay. We're going to put our whole hood's imagery and everything on him.
Don't even matter. You're going to tuck it.
So telling me about integrity.
They going to tuck it. They been new. They be knowing these niggas are weirdos. They know who ain't with what. They know who really with what. All the things that y'all are thinking about, they already know it. So let me just tell y'all, right now, y'all are, me too, we all here, right? Y'all are watching Atlanta Housewives. You basically watching reality TV. We are all watching entertainment. That's what it is. I don't want you to get it twisted. And I'm not saying nobody can't get hurt or nobody can't get pulled up on or whatever. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, if you look at it as entertainment, then you won't get so divisive in your head about who should be hanging with who should be doing what. Because quiet as kept, a lot of these niggas be talking behind closed doors. It don't be funk like that, right? And if it's funk like that, pull up. We all in LA. I know where everybody's studio at.
Right.
If I was a nigga like that who wanted, and I'm not, let me just tell you, if I was a nigga like that, I'm a teddy bear. I'm a nice guy, right? I'm gonna do my little YouTube and hang with my wife and my kid. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Talk to God and say
thanks. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to do, right? But if I did want smoke with anything, I know where everybody's studio at. I can pull up. I know where they at. It'll be on when it's on, right? But ain't nobody really got problems like that. And if it was, niggas would be tripping.
Right.
Texas ain't far. If I'm gonna use him for example, Texas ain't far. Texas not far if a nigga, the police. It's not far. You hop on a plane, and we'll be in Texas. Texas got a rodeo right now. It's probably a gang of West Coast niggas that's about to be in a rodeo right now. Coming up, the Black Rodeo is coming up right now in Houston right now.
The Bill Pickett?
I forgot. I think Boots on the Ground, whatever.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
But
anyway, we could be in Texas in 5 hours.
Be in Texas, if it's a problem like that.
Texas in 5 hours. And that's this is pretty much, I think, like the foundation of what I'm saying is like, yeah, we believe what we believe and we stand how we stand, but reserve that same energy for the ones that are allowing, the ones that are giving the allowance, the parent that's giving the allowance to the kid to spend their money on bullshit. Don't blame the kid spend their money on bullshit. Blame the parent, give them the money to do it. There is an allowance. Reserve that energy for equally across the board.
Right.
Don't just judge the slow nigga for being dumb. Judge what the teachers ain't teaching him correctly.
What is up with you with slow nigga?
Because I'm a slow nigga. There's more to the story than him just being slow. You know what I mean? Like it's allowed. How this nigga got brand new Jordans and he ain't doing shit in school? That's not on the kid getting brand new. That's the parents. Like it's what is allowed. People only do what they're allowed to do. People only do what is not going. They know. Okay, well, I can do this. I wouldn't do this if I knew there was a repercussion. Mm-hmm. There's no repercussion. That's a false misinterpretation. Nobody's holding anybody accountable these days. People are allowed to be individually who they are and profit and be this and be that. You just got to worry about what you do. That's it.
That's why I be chilling. That's why I be in my own world. I don't be in none of this stuff. I'm not. If I look, this is a real thing. If I actually spoke my actual real opinion on podcasts, I don't think nobody would like me. I wouldn't be cool with nothing. And I don't mean nobody like I'm not cool. I'm saying like, you know how much stuff that gets on your nerves daily?
Right.
Imagine speaking on all of it.
All of it. Like, everything that makes you mad. Everything you disagree with.
You'll be like, you exclude you put yourself in a little box and that's it. But I don't even need the energy. It's good in my head because it to me, I can deal with it and deal with it. The minute I start letting this shit flow, then I got to deal with everything else coming back at me for stupid reasons. Stuff that didn't bother me that much in the first place.
Right.
It was stupid in here. Like, you know what I mean? So if I get to speaking out about it, then what's the point of that?
Yeah.
So
it's no self-regulation. You're not self-regulating. You're not self-checking. You're not doing
it's
self-audit.
for
there's
sure.
no purpose. Like I had a point that I was saying. I've seen a lot of these young cats that are whatever these cats are on the internet or whatever around the world that are like getting into it with women, like the bashing between men and women.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, you know how many times I've been around a woman and she's been 100% wrong?
Right.
And been completely just like, but guess what? She wouldn't have knew I thought that.
No, yeah, I don't even understand.
I don't even need to tell you.
Well, I'm about to speak on
Go.
I'll let my opinion out again.
Yeah. Like,
I'm going to say, I'm not talking about a specific age group.
Yeah.
It just seems like in modern times, so y'all figure out who's modern time or not.
Yeah.
That these dudes don't actually like women and these women don't actually like the dudes back. So they're running into different kind of issues. Now I'm way out the way. I'm married and I'm out the way. Right? So y'all can have that fight. But I'm saying that I know what it's like when niggas like women.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of stuff you'll change and don't do when women are around or present or can hear you.
Yeah.
Right?
You keep your mouth shut. You keep your mouth shut.
So I know what it's like. I've been out. I remember the clubs when men and women used to actually dance together.
Right.
Now, I know a lot of y'all don't remember that for the people who are too young. Right? I know it sounds crazy. Like, what? Men and women used to dance together? Yes. Back in the day, we used to actually see a girl was like, hey, I want to dance with you. And then we dance together. Right? I know it seems foreign now.
That's crazy. That's like a foreign subject.
It's insane. It's insane. And then it's like a bunch of stuff changed that. But yeah, men and women don't actually, they start to act like they don't like each other. They are believing the lies and the narratives that are being put out by them and building this like, they're looking at each other like either tools or like, if I want sex, then I'll go to that product.
Yeah.
If I want sex, I'll go over there.
For everything.
There's a thing. I got to go to a man to get a baby, so I'll go to that man and we'll have a baby, and vice versa. He looking at her like she's just a sex product, and then I know to have sex with her, but then talk about her like a dog later. And I'm like, nigga, you don't like women at all. Y'all don't like, But I don't have that kind of conversation with those kind of niggas. I'm not even around these type of niggas. So that's a whole nother.
And but that's just what I'm saying is that everything is not your place to disagree or to correct somebody. I'm not here to correct your misbehaving or your misthought.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh no, you know what? Actually, you're wrong. And you know why you're wrong? Because women this, women that, women that.
Right.
You know why I didn't do that? Because I valued what they had to offer.
Yeah. Right.
Over me showing them that I'm right.
For sure. Because who cares?
I'm trying to get this.
Who gives a damn?
I don't give a damn. I wish she would shut up. I'm not gonna tell her to. But I value what
I'm married because of that. Because I knew when to shut up.
I value what they had to offer over being correct in certain situations. Yeah, and the things that you want to be correct about don't even matter.
First of all, they're so stupid.
It doesn't even
what you
matter.
What you correct about.
Why do you want to be right so bad? Niggas be online arguing, debating, going. That's why this debate shit, like these debate panels and all that shit, that's why it's so live right now, because everybody wants to be right.
Everybody want to be right. Yeah. Yeah.
And what I've noticed about those panels, those debates, nobody even takes in the consideration of the other person's argument. No one's ever like, aha.
Yeah.
Have you seen a debate where the other person was like, you beat me.
Because you can't
You're right and I'm wrong. You know what? You changed my opinion.
Because I'd rather find a loophole or a hole in your argument than to admit that, that's a great point. You know what I mean? I'd rather change subjects. I'd rather deflect. I'd rather do anything to say that, I can see that. I understand that. I dig that.
You're right. I was wrong. I mean? You changed my opinion. That was a profound thought.
Well, ego, once you get to a certain point, ego plays this part. Ego plays a part where it fights you on like, want to be right or wrong or not. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then now y'all two are talking ego, and these panels are built in ego. The minute you say battle of the sexes, ego. Because we did it. We had battle of the sexes. Yeah. But our battle of the sexes wasn't about like verbal education or like these conversations. Our battle of sexes was we played tug of war, men on that side, women on that side. Yeah. Or volleyball or whatever the case. It was like physical activities. But y'all are having a battle of the sexes with wits.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, that's not going to help nobody. And if anything, it's going to push y'all further away from each other because ego jumps in and then somebody going to be mad or don't like what somebody else said. It's hard for a young lady or me to find a young lady attractive if I just if I argue with her and I won.
Yeah.
Or she won. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, I don't want to give her, you piss me off.
Right.
I don't even see attractive. I'm not even attracted no more.
Yeah.
So why is that a plan? I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah, I don't want to be left with like, that's why your ass ugly anyway.
That's what we'll get to. We'll get to that.
And like, you ain't shit anyway.
I done argued her to that. Like, damn, I probably wasn't at first. Now I ain't.
I was doing this because my sister told me to.
That's why you don't do that. But we know you don't do that for those reasons.
For that reason. And it's just, because now that I'm thinking, I'm like, have you seen one of these modern day debates? One of these modern day panels or whatever they have going on now? Mm-hmm. And it's so many, hundreds, that you've seen somebody concede?
No.
Or we're at the end. I've never been in a debate class. I don't know the rules and regulations of debate, but doesn't somebody there's somebody moderating and saying, okay, that point is this and that? Like these debates is just freestyle, just yell at each other.
The only way you know it's done is because time's up.
Okay.
That's it. Like there's not even a point of like, let's get to these debates and these panels aren't even made to come together.
Right.
Like, okay, we're gonna have a conversation about this and about this, and let's all try to get to a place where we could find some kind of resolution or maybe end up in a gray area. We can kind of see each other's point and agree to disagree thing. Cool. Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. It's not thought out that far. We're gonna get 5 men and 5 women, and these are the topics, right? And we'll pick some tricky, triggering ass topics too.
Right.
About why women always do this, or why men don't like this kind of women, or why, like, nigga, what?
Yeah. It's
because what happens is if you say that, if you tell that this is a question, then the implication is that you're implying that, we all are concerned about we all asking this question. But that question ain't real for many.
Yeah,
it's real for few.
Question.
That's about to spread and turn into real. It's real for many, right? I didn't know, like men don't like. Even with the whole narrative about women like men who are 6 feet, make 6 figures a year, and got something, right? Mm-hmm. For you to even get them numbers in your head for I'm generalizing when I say this. I don't mean it literally. For all women to have the number over 6 feet, over 6 figures, and whatever else they got, I forgot whatever the other thing is. That's a narrative. Yeah. Anybody magically think of these numbers like that? It's a narrative, and the narrative turns into the thing where it's like this. I'm a Scorpio. If I've been hearing Scorpios were like either vengeful or nasty their whole life, if I've been hearing it my whole life, then I start to adopt some of the narratives that I've been hearing about Scorpios. Yeah. Even if I never felt like that as high. Exactly. Even if I didn't give a damn about sex and I didn't care about being vengeful at all. I was a nice guy. Yeah. Right? It's like
you start believing the narrative that's sold to you.
I'm a Scorpio. I must be. They said this is what Scorpios are.
That's the same thing with kids. You keep telling the kid they bad. That's what they're gonna be. They're gonna think that's their identity. I'm a bad kid.
100%. So if you take on the narrative of all these things, if you leave, for example, when I first went on tour, my Canadian tour, first went on tour with Warren, and I told my wife. So I went on tour for like 3 months. Then we did the same tour next year. I told my wife, who was my girlfriend at the time, I said, man, it messed me up. She said, how so? I said, because looking at women now, in the way that what I've seen it be on the road, I'm all messed up about how I look at women. If I didn't have her at the time, then I would probably act out on it. Yeah. And I did in a lot of ways. I did, I changed obviously from who I used to be. Because being on the road thwarts your opinion on how women act, because I've seen wives. I've seen wives leave their husband in my face. Yeah. I've seen boyfriends. I've seen girls' boyfriends leave their girl in the club because they want to hang out in the back with niggas. Yeah, like right. I remember in Edmonton, and I'll never forget. I remember in Edmonton, Canada, we were leaving a club, and a woman dived in the back. It was a limo at the time. That's how long ago it was. Dived in the back of the little limo to hurry up and put off my husband coming. Warren was like, man, if you don't get this motherfucker, if you get your ass out of my truck. Like, what? What are you saying? But you can't see women act like that for months on end, all types, all classes, all different races, and then come back to LA and be looking at women like everybody wholesome. Yeah. You be thinking like, I don't trust none of y'all. I done seen y'all how y'all act out here. I don't trust nothing out here. Which is wrong, because on the road, and you with a celebrity, nigga, of course they act different.
But that's also situational proximity.
So in your mind can't tell the difference. Yeah. Your mind, like, I don't care what you're talking about. I've seen, oh, you married? So? I done seen wives be like, so? Shit. So what I'm saying is you take on these narratives by the things you're around in your world. I always tell people all the time, your view is not the world view. Right. Period. The way, you know how many people tell me, man, my homegirls, they all, what, 7 of y'all? You think the world act like you and your 7 homegirls?
Your 7 out of 3 billion?
Or you say, oh, my niggas, man, niggas don't be doing that. Me and my niggas, the 15 of y'all, look how many people in the world.
Billions.
I remember one of the coldest lessons I learned one time, right? My boy Bird, who is the CEO of Diamond Lane. One day I went to put some songs out on Instagram one time. This was before streaming, right? Okay. I put some songs on Instagram, and he was like, I was like, yeah, man, I'm put some songs out. I played it for my people. They said they loved it. They said I should put it out. He said, who is they? I said, man, people been asking me to put the song out. I'm playing it for people. They want this one. This the one. Yeah. He said, look, how many followers you got? And on Twitter at the time, I remember saying like 15,000, something like that. I said like 15,000. I'm talking like, yeah, but 15,000. He like, how many people you think is in Los Angeles? I said, just guess. He said, how many people you think are in California? And I'm like, the numbers keep getting, I'm like, I don't know about 30, 20 million, I don't know. Yeah. He said, now what about the United States? Exactly. And so, and then he was like, nigga.
He's painting the picture for you.
He said, nigga, don't nobody know you? He wasn't being mean. He's saying like you.
Let me clear this.
Let me clear it up for you. Let me give you an actual picture. Right. Because you think it's something else. When your 10 homies say, oh, that's the one, You saw yourself in Budapest like Michael Jackson when everybody was passing out, right? That's how you saw yourself.
The 7 niggas didn't even pass out.
That's what I'm saying.
The 7 niggas already did pass out.
Yeah, you and them niggas chill out. We have a plan here.
We got a plan.
So people take on these narratives and think life is real.
Oh man, that shit is so honest and so true that you are your experience.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
You are your experience. You are what you get to experience, and our views can get skewed by recent experience.
100%.
By recent experience, our traumas, our this that can shape our thoughts. And damn, like just seeing like, nah, I've seen the other side of the cloth. I've seen the other side of the curtain.
This show this I did this before, and this what happened here. I'm not doing that again.
Right.
Like, but that's you did that. That's the one thing you did that one time, and then that's it. Like, probably should be afraid of dogs.
Yeah.
Right. And he used to be definitely afraid of dogs. Any kind of dog, Chihuahua,
nothing. It don't matter what it was.
When I asked him, I said, "Man, how you get that fear of dogs? You got a real fear of dogs."
You got a tap.
The nigga told me when he was little, not even maybe like 12, 13. Maybe like 14, 12, 13, something like that. He said he got out the car when they coming home from school. A dog bit him getting out the car.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the hospital, got stitched up and everything, whatever. His mom went to go get him out the hospital, came home, got out the car, another dog bit the nigga.
God, dog.
2 dogs bit him.
He was beating the shit out of some other dogs.
Immediately
in his other life, he was kicking the shit out of dogs.
My nigga, I immediately understood why he hate dogs. I'm like, oh yeah, I wouldn't fuck with dogs either. That can't happen to me, and I trust dogs.
Yeah.
2 in one day?
Nothing you did.
Nothing you do anything.
You just got out the car.
That's it.
Got taken care of at the hospital.
1 dog bit him.
Came back home.
2 dogs bit him.
Said,
that's it for dogs. They off. I'm done. I'm done with dogs. That's how I would have been. But to my point, that was 2 dogs that bit you. Now, what happened when one white person get robbed by a black person?
Same thing.
All black people, I can't trust them.
I got to walk across the street.
Right. You wondering why I'm grabbing my purse. And first of all, it's not excusing this kind of idea.
It's not excusing this kind
of
prejudice.
This is an individual-based thing, what I'm about to say. You wondering why the lady in the elevator grabbing her purse tight because you think she just racist.
Yeah.
But her last 3 times she got robbed was by black dudes.
Right.
Whatever. I'm saying that's not cool for sure. But I'm also saying, what if it was you? If it was me, if I got robbed, if every time I got jumped is by Mexicans,
mm-hmm.
I might have a problem with Mexicans.
Yeah.
Right? If every time I got jumped is by black niggas, I don't trust black niggas. That's why people are talking about gang banging, talking about why y'all be killing each other, because niggas, we the ones who be killing each other.
Right.
That's why, so it's hard to see value in the things that showed you this kind of vitriol on the other side of it.
Yeah.
Now it's stupid because it's all a narrative thing. It's all narrative based. Don't get it confused. It's still a narrative thing, right?
Yeah.
Because just because the 3 black dudes robbed you don't mean black people are thieves.
Chat, when was a time, or not even when was a time, can you admit that life experience skewed your perspective on certain situations and you found out that it was the wrong perspective? Like, damn, I've been tripping this whole time. You know what? I was like, yeah, we be talking about like Israel, white people, this, Mexicans, this and that. And I was talking about like how white people are, maybe Israel is like this. And I was like, they ain't never been over a black person's house, or they ain't never did this and that. Mm-hmm. And then I started thinking, I was like, when have I ever ate dinner with a white family? When have I ever been to a white person's house and spent a night?
Yeah.
And even spent that significant amount of time around a white person.
For you to know.
For me to know. I'm talking about these motherfuckers from work experience, from passing on sports teams.
For sure.
I haven't even been.
You're holding them to a standard that you don't hold yourself to.
That I hold myself to. Mm-hmm. I don't even know him. I was like, damn, when was the last? I was like, how sheltered and how small has my world been? When was the last time a Jewish person drove you around?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
How many Jews drive around?
I don't know.
A lot of them. But I'm just saying our experience in life.
Right.
How many times has a Cambodian drove you around? Mm-hmm. How many times have you been in a car with the Cambodian?
Oh, actually tons of times with. First of all,
I know Cambodians. Yeah, but I'm just saying for people who. Oh shit! Oh
no, but I totally understand what you're saying.
But it's so many people in the world that we will talk about like we know and this and that, but we haven't even really experienced them.
People just talking shit, man. Everybody just because we got voices and got the means to talk don't mean we all should be talking. We all should lend our opinions to all these things. It's the gift and the curse of social media, right? I love social media for so many things, right? I love social media that you can't pigeonhole me to the major top whatever 4 or 5 channels, news channels.
Yeah.
Right? I love social media to show me what's actually going on somewhere because they're showing me. You telling me war is not happening, but the lady in the phone over there was smoking, her house blown up in the background, telling me it is happening. Yeah. And their phones, she's there. Look, you can see she's there. So, but also that what if she wasn't there? What if that was an old video from somewhere? So, and I just sold it as law. I done told RIos done told his family. Now this thing is becoming a thing, right? Because of social media also. So it's like a too much information.
It's a wildfire.
It is.
And it takes root. You know what I mean? It takes root. Yeah. Like I'm looking at this whiteboard right now. And in June, so we had Juneteenth was a topic. We had FMW, we had ICE raids, impact on the city, NBA finals. And at the top in June, look what it says.
How's Father's Day?
No, under it.
On top of where? On top of what?
Right under how's Father's Day.
Oh, Iran versus Israel. Damn. Right. Okay, damn.
In June.
Yeah.
You know how short term, like how bad memory is? We forget.
Wow.
We forget the random bombing in June.
Yep. They didn't.
They didn't.
Right.
But they still didn't even react.
Yeah.
They still didn't even return fire. That was in June when Israel bombed Iran. I forgot all about that. Like, I remember they hit a nuke site. They said we're getting, this is when they were going at Gaza and all that.
We talk about reality TV?
Mm-hmm. Right. Two down.
We had reality TV. That's what I be talking about.
That's a great picture.
That's reality TV right there, bro.
That's a great picture of how life happens. That was just in June.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And we like, oh, why is this? Why is that?
They didn't. She said who didn't do what? I said they didn't.
Oh, so they said laughing out.
Like,
they didn't.
Who didn't do what? They didn't get bombed?
Yeah, no, she's saying she's laughing out loud that when I was like, we forgot about that they bombed them in June, and she's like laughing out loud. You was like, they didn't. Yeah, so she's laughing at you. Was like, they didn't.
You get old. No, can't get the old joke.
And so,
you get old.
How do you?
That's why I didn't mean it that way when I said it.
No, for 100% they didn't. 100% they didn't.
Right.
But how do you balance what's going on? I'm asking the chat also. Like, how do you balance what's going on in the world in this war, Iran versus Israel, and your everyday life? How much of an impact? How does it affect your thinking, your emotions, knowing what is going on over there, and knowing that the stories that are being sold and told and narrative change and propaganda, all that, like, how does that affect your regular day? To me, it's just really just revealing. Like, it's just a revealing, a revealingness of like, don't be a worldly person because you do not own this world. This world is not yours. Do not put too much investment into this world because what you want is beyond this. Yeah. Like, how much? Well, like, how does that affect? How does this?
But there's some tangible effects too, though. Mm-hmm. Right? Gas is going up. I don't know if y'all noticed. I got gas this morning.
How much
at
was
Costco?
It? How much was it?
Was it 4.6?
Damn.
It was just a day for yesterday. It was 4.3, I think 4.4. 4.6 today. It ain't gonna go down no time soon. They just closed the hospital straight. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it's gonna affect you that way. Tariffs are still a thing.
Groceries are gonna go up.
Groceries going up. Everything going up.
Everything that trucks do.
Everything trucks do. Yep.
Through the roof.
So that's one way it's gonna affect y'all whether y'all like it or not.
But that's also being done by one person's decision.
And I don't think the U.S. is actually. I don't know. I don't want to say.
Okay,
but I was about to respond to what. That I don't want to. I don't think that's actually happening.
Right. and that's the other thing. Like I brought that up yesterday. Was you can't beat somebody who thinks that in their death they win.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like personally, individually, you can't beat them like that. Like that's not like you can't fight. Can't put out a fire with a fire.
No. Yeah, what's the glory in that? You're just bullying people at that point.
Yeah, well, maybe you can when you put out a fire line. You know what I mean? Like you burn towards the fire. My own argument. Yeah, no, actually, I'm wrong.
I ain't really think about that.
But it's just overwhelming, because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You know what I mean? But the thing that I feel like is a difference is, do you remember all the wars we've been a part of, like growing up? Do you remember that the protocol of war, they used to tell us what was going on all the time? Like they used to...
And we believed it.
We believed it. But not even just what was happening in the war, was how we're supposed to operate.
Yep.
Like, okay, you guys do this, and this in case this happens. This is the standard. Nobody knows what to do right now. They're not telling anybody how to operate.
Well, they can't. So they understood that they controlled the media, and our only means of media was the news that they served us.
Yeah.
This is social media. So social media is too much information. It drowns out everything else. And on top of us having an idiot president who wouldn't follow that kind of protocol anyway. You don't even know.
You don't even know.
If that one clip rule, is that one video clip real when it talks about how Iran, how they were painting F-14s, F-15 on the ground, and America was spending millions bombing them.
Oh yeah.
But when all their jets are actually underground.
Yeah.
That's a real thing?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
That's hilarious.
Well, they have caves. They have...
Yeah, they build everything underground.
They have those... Their whole shit is mountain range. Yeah.
and they show the U.S. bombing, like, jets. But they're drawings. They're on the ground. They painted, like, on the ground. Iran painted, like, a bunch of... Is that real? I think... I heard it's real.
Let's see.
I can send you the video, too.
Yeah, send me that. I wonder if that is real. And then the other thing is the shock value of what we're doing. Like, we're using shock value. We're hitting civilian places.
I'll just text you.
To try to shock the world.
Yeah, that one. Is that real?
Well, I really hope not. I hope this is fake.
About strikes on F-1, they're like, what? Ain't no strike. They ain't got no jets above ground. Those are drawings. You can see the cracks in the ground.
Is that real?
So check the video I sent you.
Oh my God. So where'd you send it to?
I'll text your phone.
Text my phone, so I got it.
Just so you can see it, read it, and then, you know.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, look at that. That's what it says.
Bombing drawings of F-14s this entire time, laughing out. Iranians put their jets underground before the war began. Trump thought he destroyed. I need to see the comments on that. Like, please tell me that's a lie. I don't, like, I'm not even for any of this, but I don't want that to be real.
No.
Like, I don't want that to be real.
This is what I want you to see. So I want to read this.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, serious topic, right? This serious.
Okay.
I should have drunk some water before whatever. This dude's name is Maja Porter.
Maja
Porter. I'm a U.S. veteran. I do not support this war. Yesterday, I broke down why Iran is fighting the way they are. Today, I want to show you the weapons, the math, and some map. Because when you put all these three together, the picture Washington isn't showing, it comes into focus, right?
Okay.
It says, here's the picture. It said,
what is that on? Instagram?
Yeah, it's on Instagram.
Send it to Mr. Jason Rios, and I'm going to pull it up while you read it.
But, no, actually, we can read it from there. Let me see, Mr.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up Instagram right
Boom.
now.
You have it in your DM.
Okay.
I thought that was real what he was saying. He dropped some. Check this out.
Okay.
I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I do not support this war. Yesterday, I broke down why Iran is fighting the way they are. Today, I want to show you the weapons, the math, and some math. Because when you put all three together, the picture Washington isn't showing comes to focus. Forget everything you think. Forget everything you think you know about Iran's military. Most people picture outdated jets, old tanks, a pushover. That's not what I'm looking at as a veteran. Iran has over 3,000 ballistic missiles. In parentheses, fair to say less now.
And ballistic missiles are different than those other missiles.
Yeah, the hypersonic and
yeah.
No,
ballistic is hypersonic.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, ballistic is hypersonic.
Those are ones they can't shoot down.
It's hard. It's almost impossible. You can, but you got to do too much and spend too much to shoot them down.
Yeah.
They said that's not what I'm looking at as a veteran. Iran has over 3,000 ballistic missiles, the largest arsenal in the entire Middle East. Faster, more accurate, and harder to stop than most Americans realize. Yep. Okay, go next. Mm-hmm. But the missiles aren't even the scary part. It's the drones. Iran Shahed drone cost them roughly $20,000 to $35,000 to build. You know what it costs for the U.S. to shoot one down? Between $500,000 and $4 million per drone, and they have between 80,000 and 100,000 of them. So you talking about we got to spend just to shoot one down,
and you use two mostly. So
most I use two because you got to make sure, right? Read that again. They spend 35,000. The U.S. spends up to $4 million. And standard military practice means we often fire 2 interceptors at a single drone to make sure it goes down. One analyst at the Stimson Center said it plainly: "We are using these interceptors faster than we can make them."
Shit.
It gets worse. During just 12 days of fighting last June, the U.S. fired roughly 150 THAAD interceptors defending Israel alone. Each one cost $12 to $15 million. Each one takes years to replace. A Heritage Foundation report from January 2026 warned our high-end interceptors could be exhausted within days of sustained combat. We're now in day 4. Iran knows exactly what they're doing. This isn't random. This is financial strategy. Flood the skies with cheap drones alongside ballistic missiles at the same time, which forces our defenses to track threats at different speeds and altitudes simultaneously. Drain our stockpiles, run out the clock. They watched Russia do this to Ukraine, then they took notes.
Damn. Because I've seen those videos of them, thermal videos of them drones. Yeah. And this is just straight.
Yep. Yeah. Now pull back and look at the map. Iran has location. And in warfare, sometimes where you are matters more than what you have. Right next to Iran sits a strip of water 21 miles wide, the Strait of Hormuz. 20% of the world's entire oil supply moves through those 21 miles every single day. 20% of the world's entire oil supply.
That's crazy. A fifth.
That's crazy. And that's just the water. Now look at the land. More than half of Iran is mountains. The Zagros Mountains run the entire western length of the country. Peaks hitting 14,000 feet. The Alborz range seals off the north. Narrow passes, brutal terrain, nearly impossible to move armor through. Any ground invasion of Iran will be a logistical nightmare that makes Afghanistan look simple.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn. So you would have to do drop-offs. Like, you'd have to drop people off and then pick up. Like, there's no way.
Which is a nightmare.
Which is a nightmare because
you gotta leave your people.
You know how many drop-offs you have to do?
Bro, what? And here's the part that really matters. Iran didn't just build near those mountains. They built inside them. Missile cities carved 500 meters deep into rock. Tunnel networks running for miles. Thousands of missiles sitting underground right now that airstrikes alone cannot reach. One Iranian general put it this way: If enemies make mistakes, missile bases will erupt like a volcano from the depth of the earth.
Wow. Jesus.
Iran controls the water and those mountains. Islands inside the strait, coastal missiles pointed at the shipping lanes, fast attack boats ready, naval mines stockpiled. On March 2nd, they called it and officially declared the strait closed. Maersk, Hapag, Loyal, major shipping companies stopped moving immediately. Oil prices jumped 13% overnight.
That's just what you were talking about.
overnight, bro.
You were just talking about that.
Literally just talked about that. Analysts warning 150 a barrel if it holds.
Jesus.
Let me make this personal for a second. $150 barrel means $6, $7, and $8 gas at your pump. Groceries cost more. Shipping costs more. Everything that moves on the truck costs more. Iran doesn't have to drop a single bomb on American soil to hurt everyday Americans. They just have to keep that strait closed. And it's bigger than just us. China gets 25% of its energy through that strait. Japan imports 90% of its crude oil through it. The moment those lanes close, this stops just being about America's problem. The entire global economy is sitting inside a 21-mile gap in a mountain range right now.
That's the biggest problem.
Put it all together and tell me what you see. Mountains that swallow armies, water that moves markets, tunnels that survive airstrikes, drones that bankrupt defense systems. They didn't stumble into this fight. They built it brick by brick for 40 years, and we walked in anyway.
Jesus Christ.
I wore this uniform because I believe in protecting people, not sending them to a trap that was built specifically for them. The mountains, the strait, the tunnels, the drones. Our people deserve a leadership that understands what they're walking into. Bring them home.
Bring them home.
Dude, that was the coldest. Dude,
that's vicious. Like, that's a good synopsis and like a good snapshot of what's going on. Like, it's not as, I'm not saying that they have the capabilities of America or whatever, but they're saying what he said was they have more missiles than the other countries in the Middle East. Not more than America, not more than Israel.
Because to hear that and think that first of all, that's the American arrogance, right? What he's saying is why they put the what's the war carrier, the carrier, they put it close to the strait, so they can be in a line of fire next to Israel, hoping that a missile or something hit one of them, so we can have our excuse to jump into war fully and go war.
Yeah,
they don't have to do that. That strait right there is going to affect us more than if we go to war. That's just messy. He's like, man, we know what y'all trying to do. We gonna fuck y'all up in another way.
Yeah.
This whole shit is closed. Now what y'all gonna do?
Right. And then to Dogface's point, Venezuela has more oil than anybody. Yes. But that shit is not readily available. They have to work that shit. Those contractors and those American companies that are over there meeting right now, they're bidding on contracts to get that shit functional. Yep. And it ain't just this, I'm gonna get this shit functional tomorrow.
Right.
That shit is years of work and years of labor and of contracts, and it's a ton of money, but we don't have access to that oil that what we're going to need. We don't have access to 20%. You think Venezuela right now has the capabilities of producing 20% of the world's oil? No, they don't. A lot of that shit that they dropped those contracts on, they reneged on contracts with the United States, the American companies, and a lot of those shits went to shit. They have to restructure a lot of that shit. They have to build from ground up, or it might even be even harder than building from ground up.
Yeah, it's not like we have a deal with a paper company. We can just go to this other company and get paper, right? It's like, nigga, whole entire system's got to be moved, restructured. Infrastructure got to be restructured for them to go to another country.
Yeah,
to handle 20% of come on, man.
20% of the world's oil is a huge amount.
That's crazy.
Like, oh man. But I believe you, and I agree with you. Like, that was the strategy. Everything was play by play. You know what I mean? Like the first shit from June, the shit going on in Venezuela, all that shit. Like, yeah, it's all a play. And Colombia as well. Colombia's got oil as well. And guess what Iran got? Oil as well. Like, if you it's all a ploy, it's all a play, but we're just witnesses to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, we can guesstimate and make assumptions and feel like, oh, this is what is really, really doing and this and that. Oh my bad, you guys. The phone call coming through. So you think that Venezuela right now has 20%, they right now readily available to them, they have 20% of the world's oil ready to go out?
Well, you asked me, I'm sorry.
No, I'm about to look something up. 20%. how much is? Oh, you know, I'll do this. How much? Oh, you know what? Because that said, what did he say? He said Japan imports 90, China gets 25%. So you said 1 million barrels for Venezuela. So in this picture, 20% of global LNG trade, 30% of global seaborne, the volume transported through the strait in 2024.
That's crazy.
20.3 million barrels.
God, dog.
20.3 million barrels transferred through the strait in 2024.
290 million cubic meters. What? God.
Yeah, Venezuela got a bunch of, but they ain't pushing out 20.3. Well, maybe they are. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Pushing out to who?
I think they be trying to give stuff to Cuba, to China.
But you ain't giving out the other 20%.
No,
match, I'm saying.
No. Yeah, like, I don't know.
Oh, you just seeing how much anyway.
Yeah, how much does... See, those are oil reserves. So they have the capability, they have the product, but they don't produce that. Despite this, actual production is low, averaging around 800,000 to 900,000 barrels a day. And due to mismanagement, sanctions, and infrastructure decay, the crude is primarily heavy and extra heavy, requiring specialized processing.
Yeah, it's too much you got to do to, yeah.
Export levels, roughly 750,000 barrels to China.
Mm-hmm.
So does that stop right now? Is that stopping?
No, that don't stop. That business as usual over there. It only stopped China in the Hormuz Strait. They still get stuff. Remember that?
So does China still give
China
them?
was energy. It wasn't oil. Remember it said China was energy something. I forgot what it said. It didn't say oil for China.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, does now that America is in Venezuela, did they stop the oil going to China?
I don't know. But if it got to go through that strait, there ain't nothing happening.
No, it's not. From Venezuela? No,
that's
it's not going to the strait.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the capabilities. A day, yes, a day capability. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it's not available today. It's not available tomorrow. And that's why them niggas is, damn, we so thirsty. Think about how much money these contracts are going to be.
Crazy. And we going to suffer.
It's war worthy.
And we going to suffer.
If you get the contracts, like say the top 9 American, fuck Texas, fuck all that, but you're a top 9 oil producer or company, and you get access to have the contracts to the biggest reserve.
Crazy.
They're about to make so much fucking money. Jesus.
But we got to pay for it.
Yeah, we got to pay. We're going to have $8 gas for a while.
That's great.
But
$8 gas is...
But eventually, if goes to Trump's plan, I think if it goes his way, the way that he thinks it's going to go, that we're going to have the whole Western Hemisphere, and we won't have to deal with anybody from Greenland all the way down to Venezuela, and that we'll use oil. But that's not...
Yeah, I don't trust nothing he says, though. That's the thing. I don't even trust nothing he said to work. You know what I mean? Like, I don't you know, he's done enough to prove and he's not trustworthy in no kind of way and not bright enough to make good results on anything.
Damn it.
There you go.
Look how much we make per day.
Mm-hmm.
This is just to put numbers into perspective. They make 800,000 per day, barrels per day. Dude. 22% of share world total. 21.9 million barrels per day.
It's crazy. That shit just stopped.
Top 10 oil, but we're the top 10 oil consumers. So we use 20 million barrels per day.
Yeah.
Look, so the Kuwait, Iran, United Arabs, Iraq, they're not even in the top consumers.
Hmm.
They're not top consumers. They just making all money. That's the door. Just close it.
Oh, I'm like,
the wind is blowing the door.
You got something in there?
Somebody says Egypt trying to get out.
Yeah.
Oh shit. But what's going on with anything outside of that, man? Like we got all this crazy shit happening, but staying balanced, staying cool.
Don't stay out the way.
Trying to stay out the way. Like
I don't like to focus on. I know we got to be very conscious of what's going on in the world, especially with war and what's going on. You know, but you should be conscious of. You should be informed about what's going on. But outside of that, I would like to focus on that because we stress about enough. You know, finances are getting crazy. Life ain't getting easier. Relationships are getting tougher. People are indecisive about their faith, and spiritual systems are, you know, getting twisted, and all kinds of stuff are happening. So it's tough out here. It's tough out here, and I wish everybody just find some peace.
Man, that would be so amazing, and happiness and like fulfillment.
Yeah.
But that's the other question I have is about faith and belief.
You said fate?
Faith.
Okay, I got it. Mm.
Belief. And some of these people that are out here, their faith in what's happening, they have faith in the opposite of what we have, or they have faith in what they have faith in. They believe what they believe just as strongly as we do, right? So there's some soldiers.
Well, it depends. So when you say belief, yeah, you can believe in anything, right? But if there's I'll use my faith background for example. There's so-called Christianity, and I say so-called because y'all can argue if you want to deal with the name or not, right? So-called Christianity and conservative Christians, which is the kind of like people talk about how to me conservative Christians are kind of like Zionist adjacent.
Yes.
Right. And what I mean by that is that conservative Christianity has nothing to do with Christianity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you just kind of like you stood on the side of it's a bunch of different things of being hella conservative, which start to get into some other things when it comes to politics, and a lot of different other isms come into play, which I don't have to necessarily speak on. But so if you have faith in that, if you got faith in being like a conservative, if you consider yourself a conservative Christian, then you are probably different. And just because you talk about Jesus Christ, you say his name out your lips, don't mean you're acting and walking as someone who bears fruit.
Right.
You know. So and if you can look at anybody in hate with hate, like even if it's a Democrat, then you're not being an example of what Christianity is anyway, or what Jesus would even be talking about or even doing. So if you believe in that, then you and I don't believe in the same thing. You know what I mean? Even though I say I love Jesus Christ and he's my Lord and Savior, and you said it too, right? It's a difference in how we may be walking and living this life, living this thing out. And I'm not saying like I'm holier than thou, I'm perfect, because I'm not. I'm trash like most humans are, like all humans are. But I'm saying if you separate that and deal with the good of like who Jesus taught us to be, then you would walk in that more so often than you walk in that other group.
Right. And so they're saying that some of the generals told the soldiers that Trump is anointed.
That's crazy.
Like they're using that belief.
That's conservative Christianity.
Conservative Christianity and there's been reports.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100-something reports of
you can't be a Christian man and okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. And you can't be a Christian. Listen what I'm saying, I'm explaining it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be a Christian and a pedophile. You just can't be. Now people say, "What? I mean, when people make mistakes, no, you can't live as that. You can't be both, right?
Cannot.
You can't love Christ and do that to children. You can't claim that Christ is in your life and is changing your life and then do that to children and be that. And I'm talking about these people are actively these things, actually actively grapers, actively living as this, right? So you can't actively live in that. And you can, like, here's the thing about sin. People don't understand. I know I don't want to get into this talk, but I have to say it. You can't act like me. Every day I pray, I repent, right? I repent for the sins I know I'm doing and repent for the sins that I don't even know I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right? I cannot call myself a Christian and living and walking in sin, just daily, just living life like I don't care. I can't ask God to come out of my life and change it. There's no evidence to change.
Yeah,
that means he don't live here.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So you cannot be in the White House or in politics or in Washington, whatever, living as like organized human traffickers, pedophiles, rapists, all these things, and then tell yourself that one of the head of these things is anointed. Right. And by who?
By who? By who?
You know what I'm saying?
Who anointed him?
By who? Who would do that? And I'm saying who because I'm clueless because it ain't the God I serve.
Yeah.
It can't be.
You talking about this filthy rich?
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying, and people look at you like, can't judge sin for sin and stuff like that, whatever. No. Your evidence is the fruit. Stop looking at the names. Look, you can claim it ain't like gang banging, right? Yeah. I can claim to be a Crip and be a mark ass nigga. Right?
Right.
I can
There's
be a
plenty of them.
Plenty of them. I can even get put on. I can go far and get put on. And I can get my ass beat. I ducked and ran when the homies went to go fight something, or I jumped out the car. We was about to go do a thing. All these punk things you could do. But the fact you got put on and you can still call yourself that because the enemy still see you as that. That's not how Christianity works.
Right.
You have to bear the fruit. That's true evidence on who you are and what you're doing. Right? That change. You're going to sin. You can't live in it. And you must repent. You think they repent for these things? Dude, in the files, we can look this up too.
Yeah.
In the files, I think one of the nasty ass stories that talked about how a little girl boy was talking about some of their relationship with Jesus, something Jesus called on Jesus, something like that. And they said, so what they did was dressed up, either the rapist dressed up as Jesus or dressed the child up as Jesus, and then did what they did to them.
Oh my God.
Dude, what are we talking about?
What are we talking about?
These are people that call themselves Christians. You know what I mean? And then under the moniker of being conservative.
And
nah.
But this is the other thing is like they'll say, oh yeah, this information is not verified and this has not been verified by the FBI or the government. But how much other shit that came to light they weren't verifying? They weren't saying that this is real because they were covering up.
And what they aren't saying is there's the Epstein files, but then remember the FBI officers got raided. So what they did was it's like this. It's like if you got the FBI files in this, you got the Epstein file in this box.
Yeah.
Right? And then you got two other boxes of evidence next to these boxes. The FBI got raided. They took all the boxes.
Yeah. Right?
And so people know that we're now exposing information from the Epstein files. So they took a case out the third box that say RIos made a drug transaction at this house one time. Yeah. Whatever. And they say, oh, RIos is in the files too. No. RIos not in the Epstein files. RIos in the files that got raided.
Yeah.
That file wasn't in that box.
Right.
It's the same thing why people embarrassed themselves when they found out that the Jay-Z file, Jay-Z and Pusha T, that wasn't in the Epstein files.
No.
And all them people reported on it
Yeah.
like he was, without doing it journalism. That's not true journalism. Reported. Look at academics still going in on it.
What was it?
They were in, it was another file. They took FBI files. And so with FBI files or like any police files, if anybody make a complaint about anything, they got to document it.
Okay.
Right? So somebody can
like
say,
if I
call him, hey, I seen Jay-Z hanging with such and such at that time, whatever, or snitch or whatever the case may be, you put it in a little file. And they know it. Right?
And just because that was there, they
raided the office. They got everything.
And they flagged those names as a distraction.
People know exactly what the Epstein files are, right? So if you put out something like this in the Epstein files, that was on purpose.
Yeah.
And then we found out it wasn't in the Epstein files. We know why y'all did that, because y'all trying to throw other names in there of people we deem as like maybe cool or like whatever the case may be.
Let's bash state people. Let's
we got to throw somebody else in the mix, right? But if you go through and look at Trump stuff, that's all Epstein. Look, Epstein file stuff is from Epstein's own doings and documents, and recordings.
Yeah, his own emails, his
that
own
wasn't
phone
stuff
calls.
the FBI had.
No,
none of that. So if you in that box, I'm concerned.
Right.
But even still, what are you in context of what?
As in context matters.
Yeah, context matters. Because if I found out you went to Epstein, say if you signed with Def Jam, right, as an artist, right, and then you met the president of Def Jam, and they were going to this year they had a big island party at a private island, and that island happened to be Epstein Island, and you are a new signee, whatever. Yeah. Now this wasn't one of the parties they do all the bull evil shit at. It was just he is friend with powerful people, so he used to also have parties on his island.
Yeah, he was like Great Gatsby.
And you had one of them parties. Somebody read your name in one of them files and be like, "Nah, you that." You like, nigga,
PDF.
what?
You a PDF.
So that can happen too.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important to read the file, what isn't redacted, especially because the files give context.
Yeah.
It's not like your name it's not like you just say RIos. That's it. Like
yeah.
He was on the island this time, he was off the island this time. No, it say what he was doing there. What he was doing, who he was with.
This person reached out for funding. This person reached out for
say what it is.
This. Yeah.
Dude, if you read the other files, it say what it is. You read the other files, it say what it is.
Yeah.
It say talk about these people were hanging out with 14-year-old girls was hanging on their lap and 13-year-old boys running around, and it was saying what it was. A lot of heinous shit in them files.
Damn. Hey. And look, Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton just had to go to that deposition or whatever, right? Ex-president and his ex-wife.
Yeah, look what happened.
Not his ex-wife. Ex-president.
Or ex-husband.
Miss Lady.
And she like, and look, I'm saying I agree with side of this, but I'm not sure what she was about to ask me.
No, go.
I was going to say that I didn't appreciate that because Hillary Clinton, it's like, you going to ask me about something from how long ago? I don't even fuck with this nigga.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even like this nigga for all the shit I've been dragged through because of him.
Yeah.
Right? I don't even like him. He done embarrassed me my whole career.
Yeah.
Right? And you want me to stand on something 20 years later, 30 years later, on something he did on an island one time?
Yeah.
Nigga, I don't know nothing about what he got going on.
Right.
That ain't got nothing to do with me at all. Nothing.
And then, on top of that, she could be questionable however she wants to be, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
But you can't just throw a motherfucker. Then, like, this is how crazy shit is in the world. Then a motherfucker was sitting up there recording her and leaked a photo of her in the deposition, like whatever that was called.
Yeah.
Took a picture. They ended it because she was like, this is y'all rules.
Yeah, like what?
Y'all set these rules.
Yeah.
How did the internet get a picture? And the lady was like, oh, I did that before we started. I didn't know that.
You didn't know. Nigga, that's why I'll be,
the clout.
I'm not with none of, I'm not with somebody. What? Hell no. Like, I don't know if they're talking to me. They're probably not talking to me, but
no.
So would you hang out with a pedo if you were not a pedo? No.
But you may have hang out with a pedo you didn't even know.
No, I'm assuming they mean you were conscious of someone being it.
Yeah.
Right? No, that doesn't happen. I'm not conscious of no, but I've lived for 46 years. I'm pretty sure I've been around some.
Right.
And did not know that I was around some. And if I knew, I made a move to not be around some.
Exactly.
Right? Which I didn't know. I'm trying to say, if I ever knew not a pedo. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure we knew somebody who was. If you lived on this earth and you moved around, you've been around somebody who was on some dark, nasty shit before.
For sure.
For sure. I just
There's no way you won't.
I can't say that. Oh yeah, such and such was. If we found out that he was. No. So I'm not gonna say his name. I'll say the first letter of his name. I had a homie in high school. And when I say high school, so if y'all know, I went to Hamilton High and I didn't graduate from Hamilton. I did my extra year at Lucc High, and I graduated from Lucc in '98. At Lucc, I knew a guy at Lucc who was an old friend. His name started with a D. I'll just say that. Mm-hmm. He got caught. I seen him went viral one year. This was like maybe 10 years ago. He went viral for being caught up on one. So remember Chris Hansen used to do the Catch Predator?
Yeah.
But you remember after that, there was a black dude who started going viral by setting people up like that.
Yeah.
It was a black. So he was on his thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
those young brothers. It was like some young brothers
dudes
that was doing
and
it.
they caught this dude. He thought about he was up there to see a 14-year-old girl. But I that was after I had heard he tried to pull a little move at this other party one time. First of all, I've been stopped fucking with the nigga.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was on that type of time. And then I heard about this other shit. I'm like, oh, you was on some weirdo time. So yeah, I knew him. Mm-hmm. But I've been not hanging with him, and I definitely wouldn't hang with him after that type of shit happened.
Right.
That's crazy.
Growing up in the years that I grew up, I remember being in high school, seeing older cats picking up girls from high school. And me talking to girls and trying to get the girls, they like, oh, my boyfriend got a car, he doing this. These is 22, 23, 24. And that was like a regular occurrence.
So okay, that's the reverse of,
remember,
that's for sure what happened.
Remember that
I was at Hamilton, and at Hamilton especially, Lucc is burnt. Lucc is all burnt. The rules are different at Lucc. When I say different, I don't mean like they're right. I mean, it's burnt. This is the east side of town. It's Lucc High. Hamilton, bruh, niggas be grown.
Yeah.
Picking up some of the homegirls. I'm like, fam, I'm 16. So I know she's 16.
Yeah, and this nigga got a career.
Like what?
That nigga's a garbage man.
Like wait, what? Ass man with a wife and family, got a nice car. You done picked up, she don't got to ride the bus because you pulled up. And what's crazy is I be like, man, that wasn't like a secret. It wasn't like, it was in the open.
Yes.
I didn't understand why nobody tripped. Now, maybe her parents didn't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the parents
somebody
didn't know.
It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying?
His homeboys know.
The low.
His people.
His homeboys know. We damn sure knew because,
we saw it and it was like, oh shit. Like now, in retrospect, look at us now at the age we are. This nigga wasn't even giving her nothing. Like, remember the shit that they would brag about? Like, oh, he got me some shoes. Oh, he's taking me around. Yeah, that ain't shit.
And what's crazy was, I didn't even look at it as a predator, which I should have. I looked at it as, you? Because she didn't want to fuck with us.
Yeah.
Because she fuck with older niggas. Like, are you weird?
You like older niggas.
You old, burnt out niggas. Like, but the whole time, like, and he's the predator. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's crazy.
Didn't look like the knight in shining armor just because of some shoes and a ride.
Which is why. That's why you got. I understand both sides of the argument when it comes to that argument. With like, not enough people are saying anything or have said anything, because if we would have kicked up dust, that probably would have stopped back then too. Mm-hmm. If everybody would have said something, then that probably would have been a thing. Her mom probably would have heard about it. Her dad probably would have heard about it. Mm-hmm. Not knowing, nigga, your daughter didn't get dropped off by the bus, or she didn't catch the bus. Not knowing it's a nigga that go to UCLA.
Yeah. That's
picking your daughter up, grown as hell, muscles that bigger than all of us.
Right.
Picking your little baby daughter up. Nigga, because I would have tripped. Like, so, but we all looking at like, oh, the burnt nigga.
Yeah, older burnt nigga. And we just
come in to take all the chicks.
Got a nice car.
Yeah, that's
got rims. Yeah. Look, you got new rims and this and that. And then you start thinking like, damn, he ain't really doing nothing. It don't take much to impress a child. You're doing it because of factor of least resistance, because you don't have what it takes to get the people in your category. You're just going after the little babies. And it's like, damn.
Which says a lot about those kind of men and women. I want to not talk about the women part of it. Which says a lot, because men, on the flip side of that, we don't want much as a young teen who's messing with some, you hear about now where teacher got caught having sex with a 12-year-old boy in class, right?
Yeah.
Back then, I remember, I'll say this again. At Lucc, I'm not going to say her name, but the rumor was one of the teachers was, football players.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if that's true or not. That's why I didn't say her name, and I didn't say, I'd say one of the teachers was rumored to have done something with the football players.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know why they picked her out of everybody, but that was rumor. And that stayed amongst who I thought was us, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't think it got out past. I mean, it probably did. It was messy as that was, but I think it's pretty disgusting because at that time, it was normal. When I say normal, I don't mean like predatory or anything is normal.
No, yeah.
What I'm saying is that I had a fucked up mind frame to, as a young man, we looked at older women as like, oh, that's cool. Like, I remember I was 17, fucking with somebody damn near 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, by the legal standards, that's wrong, I'm being molested. I mean, basically, it's wrong. Sexual assault, right? They say I'm not making grown adult decisions. I'm making young, horny decisions.
Right.
And she's taking advantage of me in my youth, right? And so we didn't look at it as like a essay.
Yeah.
Right? We looked at it like, you 15, 16.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a 40-year-old, she come pick you up and all you crack. Oh, you got some new shoes. Look, think about stuff we get excited of.
Yeah.
New shoes. Gave you a 50. You got probably 50 cash price. Got you some little weed or something like that.
Bag of chips and some
That's
cuckoo.
it.
Like just cuckoo was enough.
You got cool. She cooked. Good for a nigga, all that, whatever. I'm cool. Now I know the whole time you been essayed.
Yeah.
The whole time it's not cool.
Being
it's
taken
really
advantage
not cool.
of. Because you've been taken advantage of.
For sure.
And that's what, like, so in the 90s, look at what the bar was in the 90s. Like that shit. Like if that shit happens right now, if an older dude is picking a girl up from school, that shit is like they own that.
Yeah.
Like that was the 90s. Shit. To 2025, 35 years later, it is completely taboo, completely you'll be in jail.
Yeah.
What about 35 years before that? What about 35 years before the 90s?
We know what. Bro, we know. Here we go. Here's the conversation. Wait a minute. Granddad is 70. Grandma is 52. Wait a minute. They met when he was right. Once you start doing grandma, granddad math, you'll find out a bunch of ill ass shit about your own family.
Right.
Once you start doing that, it sounds crazy, but it's like, nah, she was 13 when they got married. She got married at 13.
Yeah.
In Mississippi to your granddaddy.
Wow.
Like, I know you love them. They're your grandparents. I know you love them today. Right? But your grandma was 13. Like, nigga, that was every bit of what you think it is.
That's every bit of what you think.
And don't hit me with the, no, in Mississippi, it's legal at 13 at the time. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. That's what that was, though.
That's what that was.
You know what I mean? Like,
And so is that, in a lot of these PDFs, they in they 70s, they in they, like, are these the monsters from
20s.
the past?
They in their 20s. 70s, 50s, 40s, they in their 20s. Nigga, if you were a teen, if you were underage teen to 17, you still can't go 3 years back. It's against the law.
No, what I'm saying is that in the files, it's a lot of these older cats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Like older, and I'm going to say it because somebody made a, I didn't say that earlier, but I wasn't going to say it, but somebody said that. Older white men, mostly. You know what I mean?
And it's like, so the younger guys coming up under them, they have societies, they have clubs, they have this and that.
A lot of it's generational too, how they.
And so they're bringing up their clubs under the guise of this is what we
be doing on this level. We on this level, this is what we do. Secret society.
Oh, you should have seen it in the 60s. In the 60s, this is this, or the 70s, we do this freely, and this is what our appetite is for.
Think about how scary that is. Think about how scary it is now that this is happening already, right now, 2026. This is happening right now, right? And it's happening like this with social media.
Right.
So we can talk about these things. We can have these kind of conversations. People know what's going on. We can talk about how sick that is and it's not cool. And people can learn from watching us or reading something or watching a video or looking at a post. Imagine when me and you were in high school, wasn't no social media.
None.
This stuff was still going on, right? Before the movie Taken, it was still going on. Before that, it was still. There was a time when it was, like I said, your granddaddy met your grandma when she was 13.
Yeah.
And nobody said nothing. And everybody knew they got married. And your family was there. That when y'all used to go to your grandfather's house, he had that 13-year-old girl in there cooking and cleaning the house and stuff like that.
For 10 bottles
and
of
doing
moonshine?
everything else to her, right? No, not for no money. It's his wife.
Yeah.
It wasn't for no money. It's his wife. She does the house stuff. She's 13.
That's what Color Purple was.
100%.
That's
100%. Which is why people look.
People don't realize
people don't talk about this either. And I'm gonna say it. Color Purple didn't get awards for racism, right? But also, black people were some of the biggest protesters against Color Purple, right? Because we were showing them in a way, them as in us, we were showing them in a way that we didn't want to be seen.
Yeah.
Even though that was real shit.
Real shit.
What are you niggas mad about? Stop being nasty.
Right.
That's what was happening. What it's the ugly truth. You can't get mad at white people saying, or white people want to soften up slave movies and say, no, we got to show the truth. Don't get mad at them taking slave stories out of history books. No, we're going to show the whole truth. We're going to show the ugly truth. The ugly truth got to be shown every single time. Right.
And the ugly truth is so common. It's not rare. You know how unrare it is? The nigga had a name. It was Uncle Lester.
For sure. That was rare. Right. Yeah.
Uncle Lester.
Ain't there something? The ugly truth ain't the rare part.
It's not the rare part. He had a name.
Yeah.
And that was a common name. Like, there go Uncle.
Yeah.
That's an Uncle Lester right there. There go Uncle Lester. You remember that?
Yeah.
And so.
Remember Chester, the song? They, mommy, please don't leave. Because Chester got something up his sleeve. Remember that? That was a real thing. This is about child.
No, it's not Lester. It's Uncle Chester.
Chester, yeah.
Chester.
Uncle mommy, please don't leave. Because Chester got something up his sleeve. And if I forgot how the rest of the song went.
Let me see.
Just put Chester. Yeah, the song, yep. Dane. Yep. Video and everything.
We gonna watch this.
Are you
this is a video.
You gonna flag for your song?
You got your headphones.
Oh, well, I know the song.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Problems.
Mm-hmm.
You notice how in when it comes to sex, it's not that racism is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
People are still racist, obviously, but not racist enough till they won't do that.
Yeah.
Which tell you how strong sexual desire is.
Yeah.
Because,
lustful nastiness.
Yeah, because kids, I've never heard of somebody only having sex with or only graping these kind of pedophiles can make it
across the board.
And whoever they can catch is who they gonna be with. And usually, you know how it goes. People closest to you, so usually start in house somewhere. Uncles, cousins, sisters, brothers, mothers, father, and it's never been like no black babies, no Mexican babies, no whatever. And same thing for slavery, right? It wasn't they didn't make you know what I mean? They just used who they used,
right?
And but that it's just testament to how strong sexual desire is over everything. A lot of stuff. Yeah,
like over your false hangups and false hiccups.
Sure.
They're not real. They don't have no real hiccups because guess what? All those boundaries and all those whatever intentions you have towards a race, that don't matter when you want something.
You put them to the side. You put them to the side. It don't really mean what it means.
We ain't even got to finish that song, but that was something that's something that was very relevant in the time, and that a lot of people's families had those, and they say most of all cases happen from somebody that they know, that they trust.
Happen close to you, yep.
And so we have to be careful when we have our children around people or whatever, because we're starting to see the sickness is everywhere. And the cold part is we always think like, oh man, we have it bad and this and that and black people and brown people, this and that. If we think they don't give a damn about us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of these Catholic churches and the Vatican that they hid the things, and only 15 people went to jail over the Catholic shit. Only 15.
And that's crazy.
Only all those cases. And it happened to mostly white boys. This Epstein shit is mostly white girls. They don't give a damn about their own babies.
It's sexual desire.
They don't give a damn about their own babies. You think they're like
slaves to that. Look, you have to be a slave to your addiction if you let that addiction kill you, ruin your life. You're a slave to your addiction. And if you don't get a grip on that addiction, no matter what it is, it will shut you down. So when it comes to somebody violating children or women or little boys or men in any kind of way, it's a different kind of thing going on inside the person where your sexual desire is like it's going into evil territory.
Now let's go there. We like to say sick. We like to say sick. Is it a demon on them? Is it a spirit on them?
That depends on how. So I don't. It's hard to have that kind of conversation because it's hard to draw the line on what. So I think evil is demon evil adjacent, right? I think sometimes.
Peace out, Mr. Dirty.
I think sometimes. Oh, shout out to Mr. Dirty, man. Mr. Dirty, my community over at the Lucky Reacts too.
There we go.
Shout out to Mr. Dirty, good dude, man. I talked to him on the phone. Awesome dude. Sometimes, I forgot what I was saying.
We were talking about, do we think that it is spiritual?
Oh, yeah. So sometimes I think people make bad decisions because they become a slave to their desire, even in moments' notice. Right? I don't blame everything on demons. Demons. Let me say this. Demon possession is different than demons just being around, right?
Like whispers.
Yeah, like for example, I believe you're a man of God, right? I believe that there's a demon attached to you in your life from beginning, right?
Okay.
I believe that demon can't do nothing with you because you are a man of God. The minute you jump out of that, become a slave to the things, to worldly things, then you become a partner with this demon in a sense. Demon possession can come to how you let that demon in. That's a different thing. I believe demons can consciously move stuff, make stuff happen a little bit, right? Excuse me. But
that
demon can't make you do nothing.
That positive, that negative on your shoulder, like
look when it talks about had the verse. Demons can't make you do anything. RIos made the decision to do something.
Yeah.
So if somebody rapes somebody, now you can look at people and how they live their life and pattern their life. You'd be like, oh, that's a demon. It's usually comparative. Like he's moving like a demon. Or sometimes you can see the demon in people's eyes. You're like, oh, they may be possessed. I've seen people come up to me in the streets and was like, nah.
Something's off. Something's wrong. Yeah.
Get away from me right now. I'm a believer in Jesus. And I'll say it loud.
Yeah.
Back away from me. Get away from me right now. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm not with nothing you own.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll shut it down immediately. But also, I think that there are demons that walk around here and try to find hosts, try to find bodies to be a part of. It's kind of like a movie I heard about. What's the name of that movie? Oh, it's not The Conjuring, no.
Fallen?
It's like The Fallen. It's not The Fallen.
Okay.
But it's kind of like The Fallen. It's kind of like The Fallen, how the demon will jump into people and then switch them, So I don't think that's happening. I think sometimes you just made a choice, and that choice is a bad choice. You about to suffer from it. I don't think you had a demon on you. I think you succumb to your dark side, and you made a choice. Look, if murder's sin, right, and somebody came to my house, broke my house with me, my wife, and my son in there, and I took my gun and constantly looking for somebody, then shot and killed that man. And I raged out, shot the nigga maybe 7 times, whatever. Right. Somebody could look at me and be like, oh, he was deeply possessed in that. No, nigga. I wasn't.
I was in my right mind.
I was in my right mind. I consciously made a decision to make the decision. And it's a sin. For sure, it's still a sin.
Yeah.
Right? But also, demon had nothing to do with that. Just didn't. So it just depends on how you look at it. I don't look at it the same. There's energy. There's people. There's demons that can attach themselves. There's demons that assign to you, waiting for you to mess up.
Because the reason why I say is because it's unaliving yourself is unnatural, right? Like there's no other animal
that unalives themselves.
I'm
not sure if that's true though, but I hear what you're saying.
Or puts themselves in. They won't even out eat their resources. You know what I mean? Like that. Like
they will. I think
in the wild, they will. Yeah. They will start taking each other.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I do. Like a polar bear will eat other polar bears if ain't no nothing around.
Yeah, they will start outsourcing the system, the life cycle, right? Mm-hmm.
But they won't kill themselves.
They won't kill themselves. Purpose, like it ain't no lion jumping off no cliffs.
That's true.
Ain't no lion saying, "I'm just gonna sit here and starve to death," or no, that just takes the.
I only say that because I watch a lot of animal shows and I've seen some animals do some weird shit when it comes to like knowing they're gonna die. So okay. Maybe not suicide, but there's animals that give themselves up for their kids. I forgot the insects I just watched where caterpillars. It's this caterpillar that it calls itself I forgot what kind of caterpillar, where it has babies, and the babies. No, sorry, it's a type of mosquito or some kind of fly, whatever. It flies into the fruit. And it burrows itself into this fruit, right? And it burrows itself into the fruit the purpose of burrowing itself into the fruit is to have babies, right?
So the babies can be born in the fruit.
Babies be born inside the fruit, right? What happens is when the babies are born, they don't eat the fruit, they eat the mama. They eat the mama and then crawl out the fruit to go fly and live.
Yes.
Only to become an adult and do the same thing.
Yes, but that's my thing is
that's not suicide.
But that's for the betterment of
no. That's not. So I've heard about things like that, but I can't say suicide. I heard where animals like I'm about to go jump off this cliff because I'm tired of living.
But look right here, it says there are however animals exhibit self-destructive, stress-related, or grief-driven behaviors such as starvation, extreme self-mutilation, abandoning life-saving efforts resulting from captivity, loss, or pain.
For sure.
And that's them in unnatural. That's them in their unnatural environment, captivity. But like, what would compel someone to say, like, you know what, I'm better off just not being here?
So there's a song which I got to play you. It's by you know me, I've been in my metal. It's a group called by the name of Candlemass. Candlemass has a song called Solitude. It talks about how dealing with depression and dealing with how he's looking forward to death in any kind of way possible. Like, please, it'll be pleasure to die. That's how much I don't want to live, right? There's a state where I believe, I haven't been in that state, but I believe that people find themselves like, I can't deal with the pain of this world, so I'll do anything to get me away from the pain that's in this world. I can't run from myself. I can't run from my family, who I am. Whether it's dealing with grief or something like that.
Yeah.
I need to get away. If I do this, that's to end it all. What I know is this hurts. What I don't know is the other side.
Right.
Right? So it's tricky talking about that because that subject is just a very trippy subject, dealing with it, because you know so many people are probably dealing with the one thing about that is you never know until it's the thing. Right. You won't know until you read the letter, or you won't know until walk in the house one day and that happened, right? So you don't know who going through their stuff. And sometimes we live our own lives so much because we're busy or whatever case may be, people ignore the signs. People dealing with stress, people dealing with depression. To be honest, to be vulnerable, I never thought of taking my own life. That's out. It's out. And I always say, no matter how I deal with stress and depression, I always say one thing you'll never have to worry about me ever about is me taking my own self out. It's never going to happen. It's not an option. But I deal with depression, and my depression gets very dark, right? And I always tell people that in my conscious, not depressed mind, so you know somewhat of how to react if you ever come across the other Lucc.
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't see me for a while, I call, ask for the phones. I ain't been around. I've not been whatever it may be, like some crazy messages on Instagram. I've done that before. And you like, hey man, you good, homie? You know, if you got to start asking that shit and I'm not around, whatever, something wrong.
Yeah.
And I always tell people, I learned to tell people that now. So not that you have the expertise to do so, but you know how to handle me when I'm in that state.
Yeah.
Because when I'm in that state, I don't know how to be your friend.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I love you as my brother for real.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to tell you this and all that when I'm not good.
Yeah, I can tell you now because I'm good. I'm good not going to be able to do that when I'm not good.
I'm not going to be able to do that then.
So these are the
these are the things. So if it happened, you know that, yeah, I ain't talked to Lucc in a while. He answered his phone. He ain't been around. He ain't recorded over here. He ain't put no videos on YouTube. Nah, I might need to pull up on him. I need to, let me see if I can DM his wife or somebody, whatever you got to do to try to get, to see if he okay.
Right.
You know, and then people close to me have, excuse me, kind of heard that a little bit where I kind of let them know, like, hey, it happened to me. It be happening to me. That's why I go to therapy and do a bunch of shit, you know, because a lot of stuff be too tough. But I say that because there's people that max out past that. They get to that level and then be thinking shit past, like, I could just end it. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. But there's people who do that.
Yeah,
so
like,
think about that.
So my Uncle Marvin popped himself, you know what I mean? And so I got that tattoo on my neck when I was 16. Didn't really know how it affected me at the time. Didn't really reflect or deal with it. Seeing that body and then like,
oh, you saw it. Oh wow.
And so, but later on in life, just dealing with like, oh, this is this and that. Like I always tell people, I would never do that. Like I see the drastic implications of that on the family. The questions that are always left.
It's such a selfish act.
It's always questions. It's never closure. You'll never get that closure. You'll cause non-closure in 100 people's lives.
Even if you write a letter.
Even if you write a letter, it's not enough.
Sure.
Because there's going to be doubt. But people always would, like therapists or people would ask or talk and be like, have you ever had suicidal thoughts?
We need another view. Hurry up. Somebody hurry up and look at this. Somebody hurry up.
Let me go and look at it. Let me go and look at it. Let me see. I'm going to go look at it.
Shoot. Oh, there you go.
Okay. And so I always like, no, I've never had suicidal thoughts. I would never think like that. But then I had to sit back and really think. Like, I was like, oh, shoot. There's been times where I've been like, you know what? I should just pop myself. Or you know what? If I pop myself, or if I got out of here, they would really see how much that matters or how much they hurt me or this and that. You know? Or how much it would affect somebody else. But I never thought of those as like suicidal thoughts because in my head, I thought you would have to be like, okay, I'm going to get this rope and I'm going to do this and then I'm going to set it up like this.
There's variations,
There's variations of that shit.
Dude, even if this, because I noticed, because I always told myself, never, no, not doing that, right? But here's the thing. Sometimes you never know how dark it's going to get, right? For me, I'm glad that I do have a foundation in my faith to where my faith won't even allow me to even get to that level.
Right.
But also I have questioned before, for example. So I won't say that about actual, the S word, you know, but I have questioned myself like, man, I wonder how many people would show up to my funeral.
Right.
You start asking questions like that. It's like, well, why you even think about that?
Right.
Why are you even thinking about like how many people, why does that mean anything to you if you're gone?
If you're gone. If I wasn't here, I wonder who would cry. I wonder who would actually be sad.
Yeah, like why you on that? Right? So you start to have kind of conversations, you got to deal with some of these thoughts and the reason why you get here. The reason why you here at some of these thoughts, because that's tough. And sometimes it's hard to admit that you may have been flirting, not you specifically, but you may have been flirting with
the idea
of like, what if?
What if? What if this happened? Would they be better off if I wasn't here? Would they be better? Like those are all, guess what? Those are all suicidal thoughts. I used to brush them off like it wasn't nothing. And so nobody could even help me because I was not even admitting to it because I didn't even look at it like that's what it was.
Opaque said, most of the time people don't want to, it's reactionary. The people who fall or stop are usually quite thankful. And so that just talks about the point, just made about, you don't know. Like sometimes, like, look, okay, here's the thing. I've dealt with grief in my life, but I lost friends and stuff like that. Family members, stuff like that. But God forbid, I mean, I never lost my mom and my daddy. So, excuse me, when I talk to my friends or people that lost their mom and their daddy, that's a different kind of grief as far as I'm being explained, right? I can't even empathize with nobody who did that. Mm-hmm. I never did that. I never experienced that. I'm not looking forward to it. I'm getting older. They getting older. Life is life.
Thank God bless you, Mel, that you still here. Thank you, God is with you.
You know? But what I'm saying is that how do you prepare for, if I'm using grief, excuse me, how do you prepare for grief that you ain't never felt?
Yeah.
You never felt no grief like that. You never ever felt no grief like that. How do you prepare? How do you, and how do you tell yourself, you know, what you ain't gonna do? Especially if you don't know how you're gonna feel. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And a lot of times in life, man, let's take that off the table. In life, in my 46 years of living, I've done a bunch of stuff I didn't know how I would feel in the moment. Mm-hmm. I should have never slept with that girl. In the morning, I was felt a different way, and I slept with that girl, and I was stupid, and I knew it was stupid. I should have never went with them niggas that night. I knew it was dumb. Now, I got drunk, changed my mind, went with them niggas, got into that. I should have never did. There's a bunch of stuff I should have never did.
Yeah.
And then did it, and then suffered the consequences from it. The only thing about that is, ain't no get-backs.
None. There's no coming back.
No come back.
And a lot of, I don't want to say a lot of times, but.
Hey, Shell, hey. Hey, shut up. Shell. Hey, on me, look, I'm out of water. And I don't know why I'm tripping like this. I've never been on live. Oh, shit. Needing something. I don't know why it's even like that.
Don't get the doors open. Go get you some water.
That's funny. Yo, my nerves, man.
A lot of people are putting too much perspective in what other people think. They're not even worried about how they think about themselves. They're worried about what other people think of them, and that's why they want to go. Like, oh, I'm gonna get out of here.
Laughing, man.
No, it's all good. Like,
because I was sitting there drinking, like, what the fuck is wrong? Well, I was keep coughing. You too. Low-key. I
need to buy some bottled water. I gotta be telling you, buy the bottle. What are you doing?
It's just my throat. What's crazy is it's not even drunk. It just keep. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
go get this. It's in
that's
the
funny, man.
A lot of perspectives about ourselves are wrapped around other people's thoughts of us. She good. Other people's thoughts of us. Like, oh, I need to get out of here. These people laughed at me, or these people don't think highly of me, or they think that I'm this. Let me get out of here. I can't deal with what their thoughts are of me. Got to get away from that. I had another thought. I was like, that was one. And then the other one was, dang, too worried about other people's perspectives, but also, dang it. Damn, I had a good one. I had a good thought. I'm trying to think of what I was going to say or what I was thinking. It was other people's perspectives having too much weight in your life. Damn, my bad, y'all. I had something, but I forgot what I was saying. Lost train of thought. Hey, thank you, Shell. It'll come back at some point. Maybe. But I think at the root, what needs to be at the root, in the refrigerator. Don't open it from the bottom on the left side. This little handle on the bottom left side. That we really have to put the value in ourselves, put the value in our thoughts about ourselves, regardless of what other people think, regardless of what other people say. It doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. Shell, you was right. It's going to come back to me. Sometimes, almost every time, the greatest days of my life, the greatest memories, the greatest times, that day that was a great day was right behind a bunch of bad days stacked up. My good days followed behind horrible days. some of my greatest moments, some of my most happiest, most joyous, most memorable moments.
Right there.
Yeah, it's.
I'm dead serious.
Hold on, one second.
You talk to him? You can't grab it?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, read not in there. I'll open the door just to check. Hey, I'm still laughing at y'all about that water. I was over here going through it on everything. Get that man something to drink. That's funny. Nah, you see it? See, you don't see it, huh? We go get some water or whatever. Hold on, left out. You saw it? Now, where was that at?
Door. But you have to open it from the bottom, not the top, because then it opens the whole door.
Oh,
so if you just open the first part of the door, yeah.
Okay.
But what I was saying is that, so you hear, is that some of my best days came behind horrible days stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Some of my best moments, some of my most joyous moments came on the heels of horrible days.
For sure.
You never know
so
when that day is coming.
So
it might be tomorrow.
Yep. So if you take yourself out or you want to be on some, then you'll never even get to that point.
You'll never get there.
And if thank you. And if it's biblical, then it's like, maybe the test was to see if you can get through that.
Exactly. Come get through the other side. Go through the dark times to get to the light. What's up, lovely? I see you up in here. Niggas was in here silently dying. I'm thirsty.
That's funny, man. Well, it was you too, huh?
Yeah, I was.
I'm sitting there like, man.
My lips was looking like I kissed a piece of chalk.
I didn't know.
You just let me die over here. Like, damn, okay.
We just talking through it.
Just talking through it. But there's always internal battles that are going to happen. And we have to know that there are battles. There's going to be ups and downs. But the ups follow the downs. Downs follow the ups. Yeah. But just know that you're in a place that you're safe. You're safe with yourself. If you can't be safe with yourself, that's a horrible place to be. That's a sad, horrible place to be if you don't feel safe by yourself.
Yeah.
The people that always have to be in crowds, be around people, it's almost like a mirror being held up. Like, are you not enough for yourself? Mm-hmm. You can't be locked in your own memories. Like nighttime, I was telling Manny and Fred, at nighttime is when I get my darkest thoughts. Wow. I get my things, my past memories of regret and stuff all haunt me at nighttime. But during the day, I've done a great job of protecting the people around me from having to deal with that or deal with that person I am or that person thinking of it.
I'm like, who walking in here?
But at night, when it's just me, everybody is asleep, and it's just me, my sleep issues or whatever, that's when...
So let me ask you, is that more so about the day or the night, or is it more so about the day? You busy. You get up, you're doing work, you take your kids to school, come back here, you start to get on this, get on this, you're talking to them, and hell, I'll probably come through or another podcast or whatever, you go get your kids again, come back. So you don't even got time to be thinking what you're thinking at night.
No.
But at night when you sit with yourself and your mind get to wondering, it goes back to these places that,
And during the day, I could focus on other people, focus on the Ghetto Cafe, focus on our podcast, focus on my kids, my wife, this and that. And it's about everybody else.
Yeah.
But then when it's nighttime and they turn off, they turn their buttons, they off mode. Mm-hmm. I'm not off.
No.
I'm still on. And now everything, regret and this decision. Oh, I didn't do this, didn't do that. That's all coming.
Damn, you got to sit with it and really analyze it all.
When I need to be sleeping, when I need to be able to turn it off, you know what I mean? But then I got this Oura ring and it's like, it tracks your health, it tracks your sleep or whatever. It's making me more conscious and aware because sometimes I'll be locked in that spiral. That spiral of thoughts, that spiral of just self beating up.
And then you don't sleep?
And then I don't sleep because I'm in this. But this is like a reminder, like you're tracking your sleep. You need to go to sleep. I won't even tell myself to go to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just be in it like, but sometimes you don't know you're in the spiral.
Oh, shoot. I did hear about that. Can you speak on the 3 black teenagers, 12 and 13, accused of
raping?
Lord have mercy. I heard it, but I didn't get the details of the story. Do you have details of the story?
I'll pull it up. So,
God, dog. And here's the thing, too. That's not a foreign topic. That's social media.
Right.
Because and here's another thing. A lot of these cases where something happened to kids, a lot of them was at their cousin's house. And they was at, you know what I mean? You hear parents now, like older parents now, or talk about how, oh no, I don't let my kids stay at my cousin's house, or I let my kids stay over.
Yeah.
Because.
Well, 3 boys are now charged as adults after police say they raped a little 12-year-old girl last year.
Oh, we're going to get to that, dog face. Did they really?
Nico, you went to the neighborhood where police say the boys actually raped that little girl, and you spoke to some of the neighbors?
Trina, as you can imagine, they are all shocked. They feel for this little girl. Police say these 3 boys attacked and sexually assaulted this girl in a garden out in the open. Police arrested all 3 of those boys last year, but now they're all charged as adults. And we want to warn you before we air this story.
12 years old.
You may find some of the details of this story disturbing.
Was really sad to hear that.
There's an uneasy feeling in this Miami neighborhood.
Very horrible.
Last June, police say 3 boys, at the time a 14-year-old, 13-year-old, and 12-year-old, raped a 12-year-old girl in this community garden in Miami's Overtown neighborhood on Friday.
Sir, you were arrested on serious charges. Actually, you were indicted by a grand jury.
2 of the boys were in court facing serious charges.
So you're 12 years old?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. This is a very complicated matter.
And complicated.
Arrest forms say one of the boys grabbed the girl and took her to a couch in the garden, and the other 2 boys held her down. The report says one of them put rocks in her mouth to stop her from screaming, and one of the boys raped her. The girl told detectives they stopped after they heard her father calling her name. The report also says another young person was with the group of boys and told detectives he did not participate or say anything because he was afraid of, quote, getting beat up.
It's saddening. It's heartbreaking.
Was that the 12-year-old?
Justice has caught up with them.
Poor girl. And I'm a girl mom too, so oh my gosh.
Damn.
So sad.
Parents are feeling uneasy.
Now it worries me a little bit because I see kids here all the time, and to know that one of them walking around would rape another little girl, it's like, oh my God, I have to keep an eye out now.
They're also having important conversations with their children.
To be aware of this around me.
This is a perfect time to talk to our kids and let them know, hey, this is incorrect.
So the Green Haven Project, they own that garden where this horrible attack happened. They sent us a statement tonight saying, one, they condemn what happened. Their hearts go out to this girl. And they also talked about the security measures they have in place. In fact, they said they maintain a perimeter security measures. Police say that 4th boy who was with the other 3 boys, he will not face any charges. But those 3 boys, they're back in court on Monday. Nico Clemens, NBC6 News.
The 12-year-old boy was actually a part of it.
Government rescue operations have been frustratingly.
So, guilty as charged. You know what I mean? Like, that's something you should, you can't, there's no like sugarcoating it. You committed a crime.
Should never be the same.
But what about the tried as adults?
Look, man, I'm probably not the best person to ask, only because.
But it's not murder. Like, tried as an adult for murder is life. You know what I mean? Like, so they're probably going to get what an adult would get, which is like this. I don't know. Let's just say 10 years.
Yeah.
Which I think is fair. Like, if it is like,
because rape is one of them crimes that's unjustifiable. There's nothing you can do or say, not to me, to ever excuse it. It's unjustifiable. There's not nothing on earth that can happen to you that you can excuse a rape or a child molestation or SA or whatever the case may be. It's unjustifiable, right? Even you can justify murder. A lot of cases, self-defense. Somebody broke in your house. Somebody trying to kill you. Right? You can't justify SA, child molestation, rape, and like that.
There's
no. So when I hear that, it's hard for me to look at two young boys, 14 and 13, right, and feel bad. It's hard to look at them boys and feel bad for them, because I also picture a picture I wish I didn't have in my head, which I don't have a picture, but the idea of what you did to that girl.
Right.
The idea, the horror that sound like a plan. One grabbed her, two held her down, somebody put rocks in her mouth.
To keep her quiet.
Yeah, that sound like three men that know what they doing. Right? And she'll never be the same. You instantly just changed that girl. Instantly. And now she may live life, be great, do great things, but she is forever not the same.
No, scarred
from
for
that
life.
day forward. That's it.
Scarred for life.
It's different, And so, try it as adults, man. Let me say this. Y'all get whatever they gonna get to y'all. You gonna get whatever they get to y'all. You deserve whatever they get to y'all. Because I can't. It's hard for me to feel anything for you. And I'm talking about, I'm a black man, so looking at two black boys. But when it come to evil, bro, there's no
leverage for you. You just did some shit that's unforgivable. But the other thing I'll say is, but that's also how I feel about these white boys that be getting off. You know what I mean? Like that. Like if you do anything with a woman and you take this from her, you should have to suffer the consequences. I don't care how much your lawyers are or what they fight. Mm-hmm. If you did this act, that's it. That's the act.
Yeah. You put the chat on this side too?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, there you go.
The chat is the chat. I mean, the act is the act. Mm-hmm. It should be across the board. Like, if you do this, this is what it is.
Yeah, Balenci, to your point, Balenci says, when are we all going to take accountability for this sexually different culture? I think all is a stretch, right? I hear what you're saying, and I empathize with you in that. All because I believe that a lot of us, tons of us, I don't know if I can say most, maybe most, are evil. So it's a math game at this point. If tons of us are evil, then that's why the sexually driven culture is not going to change. That's why they will never take accountability for sexually driven culture.
It could be a culture of women dressed in cloth from head to toe.
No.
But I'm just saying, if somebody is a predator, somebody is that, they're going to do that.
No, but to your point, but what I think she's saying is, that's she, right? Balenci?
Which one?
Balenci.
No, that's the dude.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Balenci, is that Balenci? Mm-hmm. Okay. Aziz, or as is.
Yeah.
I got it, I don't know. Okay, so him though. What they're saying is that the culture being sold and marketed to the culture, mm-hmm. right? Hyper sexed, get sex. Women go after guys go after women. Like, you know what I mean? It's the culture. It's the rappers. It's the music. It's the athletes. It's Hollywood. It's what the movie industry shows. It's how we talk to our daughters, how we talk to our sons. Everything's sexually driven, hyper sex, mm-hmm. right? If you're hyper sex and oh no, come to here. So if hyper sex is the being marketed at such a huge rate, on top of
you gotta stop saying that.
What huge rate?
Gotta say rape.
I said rate.
Oh, okay.
I said at a huge rate, mm-hmm. And I said rate.
Oh, at a huge rate.
Yeah,
high
rate.
Tick.
Yeah, high tick.
Okay,
right. So, then it just doubles up the BS, right? It just compound problems stack on top of it, right? So, and here's the other thing: when cats like D1 is on the front lines talking about the culture is disease, it's poison.
Who's D1?
D1 from New Orleans. with the dreads. He's I wouldn't call him a Christian rapper. Light skin with dreads.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
D1. So when cats like D1 are making noise about like, yo, this hip hop culture is poison, and we need to admit it, right? It's like, and then y'all tell him shut up or just stop crying. You ain't nobody on that. Ain't nobody on what you own. He like, that's the problem. I'm speaking godly. I'm telling y'all, stop talking about these women like that. Stop calling women B's and H's. Stop talking about sexing y'all music like that. Stop talking about robbing and gang banging and killing like that. And then that won't be an example that won't raise a generation of new kids under y'all, right? Mm-hmm. And he's not blaming hip hop specifically. He's saying, but he's a hip hop artist, so I'm also talking in my field, right? Y'all don't want to follow the Russell. Y'all want to follow Future and the Baby, and
Young Thug.
Y'all want to follow that. Y'all don't want to follow D1 and LaRussell and you know what I mean, like, and you understand what I'm trying to say, like
the lesser of the two.
Yeah, so it's hard, and mind you, I don't put it on just rappers to change the sexual culture of this nation, right? But we all play a part. So it's all about how RIos teaches kids. How he moves around his house, how I am with me and my wife and my son, and how I talk on my YouTube daily, how you talk on yours. All these are making contributions to either add on or take away from that culture.
Yeah, but my question is, regardless of culture, this has been something amongst men that they've done, and it's wrong everywhere. You know what I mean? Like at any time. It's wrong because it's never okay to take something that's not willing to be given to you.
For sure.
And especially that. And then also, how do we just jump to hip hop and we jump right over porn industry?
We not though.
But I'm just saying, like
that's a part.
I know, but they like the culture. Like, how do we blame? Like, I think when we think of culture, we always jump to like our culture.
No. She said sexually driven. Says sexually driven culture. He didn't say hip hop. He didn't say Hollywood. He didn't say white people, black people. Sexually driven culture wherever it is.
So what would be the culture?
The culture of sexually driven. That's porn. That's music. That's entertainment. That's sexually driven books. That's what are you talking about in school? How you talking about sex in school and what's right or what's wrong? Church. How you talking about sex in church? What are you doing in church? What are y'all preaching in church?
Yeah,
right?
So look, what I'm saying is, so we say you rather listen to LaRussell or over Future. I'm not saying that's what Future's about. I'm just saying, like, just different artists. You'll choose this artist over this artist.
Yeah, I niched it. That wasn't what I niched it off.
I know, but what I'm saying is that's what we tend to do is niche it off to our community. But over all communities, culture-wise, it's the like they'll have R scenes for porn. They'll have like aggressive this and that, like those niches inside that. Like,
oh, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like those first and foremost should be held accountable for. Like, dude, why? And guess how readily available that shit is.
Free.
It's free.
Yeah.
Like they can literally get to that. And like I do say like what we consume, what we listen to, what we do, how we're around. But what's, I think, even more harmful is what is being put out in there, and the people that are putting it out is purposeful. You know what I mean? Like this is with intent.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. But I'm saying like, but we tend to not look at that. We look at porn and be like, oh shoot, that shit is damaging to our sexual life, or it affects my relationship. But no. That shit is putting imagery in your head that fucks you up in the world.
Yeah. I think that's the broad spectrum of the conversation that already needs to be had. I like the fact that he said sexually driven culture, right? Because it leaves no stone unturned. So however you talk about it, whatever Rio brought up, whatever I bring up, it's all in there. It's all mixed in because that is part of it. It's porn. It's a bunch of stuff. And here's the thing, because if you pollute the world with sex, everything sex. Okay, let's get deeper into that. Let's not talk about porn. Is, of course, part of the problem also. You know what another part of the problem is? not pushing marriage forward.
Right.
Because now you're psychologically doing something else.
Yeah.
Right? Because if men and women aren't to be married because it's problematic, right? But the desires of being human and sexual is natural also, right? Then what do you do with each other?
Exactly.
Right? So if there's no form of union because y'all not preaching God no more.
Yeah.
Y'all not preaching the union of marriage and the beauty of what it is to be a family, and kids get on your nerves and all these things, then y'all just use each other for the things y'all use each other for. So I don't get surprised when women want men for money and men use the money to get pee.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's a good point, because then I don't want to see people pointing a finger at a certain culture when it's convenient for them to point the finger at them and blame all the wrongs of the world on those people, when you're not even making them accountable for owning the industries that are pushing all this negative, dirty, nasty shit, which is really the culture. Who controls the culture and what gets put out? That's the culture I'm talking about. I'm not.
They make a point. This is the point, which I think is a great point too. He said evil has become so fair
seeming. That's
seeming that children may not even know what rape is, right? And they confused about everything else. This is what I mean. So we can sit back and with our adult selves, not you and I.
Yeah.
We can sit back with our adult selves and say, who don't know about that? But if you ain't, look, I was taught about kidnapping. I was taught about cocaine and drugs in elementary. In elementary, we had programs that would tell you, don't, if a dude pull up in a car and he said, hey, RIos, your mama said come. We saw videos of that in elementary.
Right.
I knew how to not do that in elementary. I've seen so many videos of that. Their program, even though it came from who it came from, I knew about what cocaine was and crack and all that through the DARE program. Yeah. At Hillcrest Elementary, we had DARE programs that would stop school and come in our classes and teach about drugs and stuff in school. In my elementary, that happened.
Just say no.
Just say no. Was DARE.
Just
say no.
DARE.
The DARE campaign. Just say no. So and sex education. Not about how to do sex. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the key. Y'all ain't ready for that. You need to know what this is and know what this is so you would know, right? So how that happens is that same thing with sexual culture. I'm sorry. They teach you all that stuff to teach you about, that's how I learned about kidnapping, rape culture, and grape culture, grape culture and a bunch of that, because
I don't even know if that's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
It is?
It's enough to if people get a hold of it, they can flag you.
Okay.
So what happens is it's not just for YouTube; it's for people who may be watching it and get bothered too.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
So just be mindful, you know. And I'm not used to saying it because I'm new to YouTube, so I always got to remind myself to say essay or grape, you know. But yeah, I think that's all part of the culture. And if you talk to a kid who don't have the programs at school, don't have the parental structure or the family structure to teach him about the rights and wrongs about whatever, and then he's a young kid that got a phone, and then titties and asses in his face every day. He can't control his desires, so he don't know what to do with him anyway. And he's probably watching porn at 10 and don't know what to do about what he's seen. He just know it feels good because he touched himself one day, and that feels good. And
somebody touched him.
Or somebody touched him. That could happen too.
They say a lot of that is a lot of what a child does is based off what they've been exposed to and done to them.
Yeah.
And what they've seen. And this is a regular thing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I hear the culture thing, like, oh, this is that. But I want to say it has been a relevant thing forever. Like with monsters like
that'll change though too. See,
I know. So what I'm about to say is like that if men are allowed to be nasty and sick, culture is going to allow that. Like Sodom and Gomorrah, this and that. Like like the standard will drop and drop and drop. And I don't think it's anything more relevant about today's culture that is different from past cultures.
Well, here's the difference. It got to be a numbers game, right? Men been sick since the beginning of time. And women, in a lot of cases, have been sick since the beginning. Evil has been here since the beginning of time. Right? I mean, after the fall of man, then evil has been here.
Yes.
Right? And so, yes, people have been doing all this stuff since the beginning of time. And it was no short of it since the beginning of time. So I'm with you. I'm with you all the way. I think what's making it worse and it keep growing in numbers at a younger rate is because of social media and internet and things like that. Because it's like the fire's already burning. Why all you niggas got gas?
Yeah.
The fire's already burning, right? And then here come Rios come with another gas tank.
Yeah.
And now here come another gas tank. My nigga, the fire's already burning. Why y'all keep bringing gas, right? And then now it's more and more people. So if it was hard to watch, dude, when I first seen, because I dealt with porn addiction, so I know, right? When I first ever found porn, it was my dad. I found videotapes of my dad in a drawer one day.
Yeah.
I caught him. He didn't know I was home. One day I caught him watching it. Didn't know I was home. He never knew that. And then so I knew that stuff was in the house somewhere. Yeah. And now I'm looking for it.
Where is it at?
Right. Found it. Started watching it. That's my start to watching porn. From then I was maybe 14, 13. VHS tapes. Right. For the people who don't know, VHS tapes was another means of the way we watched video and movies back in the day.
Rewind.
Right. Rewind. Right. But I say that, so that was the start of me and my misunderstandings about sex. You know what I mean? Started then, because I knew I was looking at something that I was. Here's the thing. I knew I was watching something that I wasn't supposed to see without anybody telling me about anything.
Yeah.
I was too young to have the sex talk. Nowadays, you got to have sex talk early.
Early, yeah.
But I was 13 back then. So I'm too young to have the sex talk. I ain't learned nothing about no sex or nothing. I ain't even really, at 12 or 13, technically I ain't even really looking at girls yet. Back then especially. And I saw a tape and I immediately liked it. Yeah. And my body felt the way about what I was looking at.
Yeah, it caused a reaction in your body.
Off top.
Yeah.
So something happened there. Something was opened up to me that day that I was like, it opened me up to something new that felt good, but I didn't understand it was bad for me.
Yeah.
And it wasn't healthy for me.
Yeah.
Right? So now I'm about to adopt this thing in my life that's really not a good thing. And you ain't finna talk to your mom and them about it. So now you're about to be misled for some years before they even know you to be an adult.
Yeah.
And you start living your life like that. Now I'm coming in the game. When I first started having sex, I was 15.
Already advanced
2 more years later
procedure, like
about what I think.
Yeah.
Right? Here's the thing. This is how advanced I was. I'm going to say it because I'm going to tell you the truth about my information and what the results I got from watching something so early. The first time I ever ate a girl out was before I had sex with her. At that age, who would even do that?
Right.
That's because I've been prepping and watching the videos years before I even made it to this point. You find out things you like and then you try them, right? So, but I shouldn't be trying that at that age. At school, I was at school when I did that.
Yeah.
Bancroft Junior High in the back of the PE building.
Right.
First time I ever did that. Why are you doing that at that young? That mean you've taken on something that you don't understand and you're trying it.
Exactly.
And then you done convince her to try it.
Because you think it's normal from what you've seen. This is what
It is normal,
what they do.
right? That's what I think.
They do.
I saw people do this. So it must be a thing, right? And I did it. And then I started having sex a year later after that. And now that starts my whole miseducation of sex.
Yeah.
My whole life starts there. So there's a culture that was built on sex, right? And I've adopted that culture now because I found my way inside of it. I found my dad's tape. And now I've become a new member of this new culture that I like, that's bad for me, but it feels good.
Yeah.
Right? So now, this culture is being, what I say, when we say pushed, sexually driven, right? Take 2026 and OnlyFans is damn near regular life now. And they're about to, I think OnlyFans Fest or some shit they were talking about. OnlyFans is a thing. The average working girl has an OnlyFans page. OnlyFans page
average
now.
What?
Working girl
really
has an OnlyFans page now. Yeah, tons of girls got this page. I talked to some homegirls who got jobs that have OnlyFans just for their feet because they can't show themselves because they got jobs. But they can make money because of their feet because niggas will be on what they own. Right? So, and it's not even embarrassing. It used to be embarrassing to say, I got an OnlyFans page. Nowadays, they're like, yeah, I got an OnlyFans page. What? Like what? It's in the bio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, my church sees it or whatever to see. What, you know. So what I'm saying is, it's being marketed and pushed in a way that ain't nobody tripping, but we should be tripping. You know what I mean? Because what happens when the culture responds negatively, right? When somebody feel like you are on OnlyFans, so you must less F.
Yeah.
Right?
Because that's what you like to do.
That's what you like to do. So what you mean you're not a hoe? What you mean I can't have none?
Right.
You gave it on camera, you do it every day on camera. Now this happened to a lot of dudes before. The honest conversation, be vulnerable, and show you where some of this BS starts. There have been girls that we used to call them hood rats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they will be in the hood having sex with a bunch of people. Maybe. We heard. We know that, right? And then you ever got to the point you tried to have sex with her and she didn't want to have sex with you? Because but here's the thing. She may have found out either you're a nice guy or like, no, I kind of like you for real.
Yeah.
So she want to turn it all off.
Yeah, I want to do the right thing.
Which is respectable. But for you,
I want you to treat me like the dog.
Treat me like them.
Treat me like the dog.
Please treat me like them.
I'm just like him.
Right? But now
we can talk about it later.
And now you feel like you owed.
Yeah.
Right now we don't go as far as me. I'm speaking for myself. You don't go as far as taking it. But I'm saying like you feel like you owe. Like, nah, what you mean? Like, you feel like, what you mean? You gave it to them. You give it to.
Why can't I?
No.
Yeah.
She can give it to 100 niggas. Nigga, if you don't want to give it to you, no. Right? But all this is in the culture.
Yes.
All this is wrong. All of it is like the, you know what I mean? So, and if you keep living in that kind of like single, free, hyper sex driven, coerce, convince, connive, mislead, manipulate, all these things to try to get that thing you want, just for that however minutes of fame, I'm feeling that you want to feel, and then it's over and done. You don't care about her, separate, you don't care what it does to her, in her mind, whatever. And you don't even care what it does to you in your mind.
Right.
Then you're going to live your life. You think you cool the whole time. You're looking at women like a product. You're looking at women like you could walk in Target and buy them off the shelf. You don't even know you're looking at women like that.
Right.
So that's a part of all of it too. So what happens with a dude who can't manage his emotions and feel like, and really not good at getting girls, he feel like he want to take something.
So, okay, this is a question of the questions. Mm-hmm. So do you think that I believe it's getting worse in the fact of the effect of it. The effect of it is getting worse. The effect of doing this atrocious thing, doing this, the act, the matter of going above and beyond, doing, taking this and that, like just the act of it has become even more effective on the mental, spiritual, emotionally. We are affected. When back in the day, I think that the act was more relevant. Like, well, I think, like, just think about Vikings and raping and pillaging are the conquest. Like when you conquer the next person, what do? Murder the people and then take this and then like this. And the effects of it may not have been as like fucked up for the people because they're like, oh, this is a thing. This is what happens when you get conquered.
Oh, you think it's like regular life common? Back
then, it was more common. Well, like it was a horrible thing, but that's what they built their culture really off. Like they were doing that shit.
But see,
without cameras, like without judgment. And now there's judgment.
Think it's reverse. I think it's reverse. I think because even if you did it then, I mean, I've heard stories of my grandmother's old enough to.
Kevin, we will get to Cardi B. Drugging niggas. Yes, we will get to that.
We're old enough to know there's some older people who know some older people who have been on slave plantations, right? And also know
Baby Joker. That's what triggered this conversation.
And not even that. Not even we go all the way to slave plantations. We got enough homegirls to know a bunch of people who have been raped or essayed personally.
Yeah.
Right? We know that. So the effects of what happens to them,
it's major.
But it always have been. Here's what I'm saying. Because the only thing that makes it, I would say it's reverse. Because back then, you want to talk about what, 60s, 70s, 80s? You want to talk about before that?
No, I'm talking about way.
We can talk about 3,000 years. We can talk about 1,000 years. We
like
talk about
just
the Bible days before Christ.
Yeah, like how they was just monsters.
But back then, I would say you didn't have as much help.
No, you didn't. And like maybe
which is scarier.
Maybe they were like, he didn't kill me. You know what I mean? Like
but I don't think, see, because that would be and not that it's you, that would be somewhat insensitive. Someone took from you your body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care when that happened. That was horrible.
No, okay, so
and I'm not saying you. I'm not saying.
So
you're
I'm talking about. So
horrible.
we can't say there's a desensitization to murder, and not say there's a desensitization to that, because
what do you mean?
If it's happening so regularly that they know, like, oh, if we lose this war,
But
I'm going to get
desensitization to who?
To those women. They're like, they've been like, because men had just think about when men just have full fucking range to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
They do it now.
Not like that. Not without repercussion, not without going to jail.
But
they also can murder without going to jail.
Right. So what I'm saying is that the me going to jail is an end result. Right. It's like Glasses told to one nigga, Glasses told a nigga, like, he said, if you hit me, you got I'll call the police. He said, yeah, but the call of police comes after the attack.
Yes.
So back then or now, it still happens. Look, jail. listen. What's the rate? We can look it up. The rate of raping is how many out of 3 guys or women are raped?
1 in 4.
1 in 4, nigga. 1 in 4 women. That is insane. That's today's rate.
Yes.
Right. Meaning this happening so much. Niggas don't give a fuck about jail, prison, death, whatever. They doing it still to this day. It shouldn't be 1 in 4 if niggas was worried about the rate, right?
It might be more.
But yeah, I'm not gonna tell. But
so okay, no, I get what you're saying. But so you're saying 1 in 3. I'm saying that so when my wife went to Ghana, right?
Mm-hmm.
A nigga drowned on the beach. There was some Africans having a party. He drowned while they were partying.
Mm-hmm.
They saw him drowning. They tried to help him. He drowned. They just kept partying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, damn, he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
We had a party out here at Dockweiler, and one of our homies drowns while we partying at the beach. We're not continuing the party.
Right, for sure.
We're calling. We're like, hey,
for sure.
This. And so what I'm saying is like that this has been a common thing of mankind, like being destructive to ourselves. But I just think that it happened at a more regular, common tick.
That's what I'm saying. I think my bad. I know where we getting mixed up.
Okay.
Because I understand what you're saying. I just think you understand what I was saying.
Okay.
But it's just where we getting mixed up at.
Okay.
When I said get more common for who, what I was saying was that for the woman, it didn't change. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for the woman.
You're talking about for the culture of life and how they handle it.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yeah, because niggas is monsters. And the judges are monsters, the police are monsters, and men are monsters, and how people view it. The people that watched that man pass on the beach, it was common to them, but to the guy who died, that's what I'm saying.
Holy crap. So look, so 1 in 5 women.
Wow.
And so 1 in 71 men are doing all of that. So the thing is,
that's crazy.
We get the rap like men are these monsters.
Well, we are.
We are, but it's really it's a smaller number of men doing that to so if one man is doing it to a bunch of women.
That's not how the numbers work. It's 1 man doing it out of 1 in 5. That's a lot of men.
Yes.
Look, 1 in 71 men, that's a lot of 1 out of 71 men.
Yeah.
Doing to a smaller amount of women. I'm sorry. It's not. Look, if the numbers would be shifted, if it was 1 in 71 women and 1 in 71 men, then it would look like it's not that much. Which nobody would really say that.
No. I know what you're saying. No,
but the fact is that man. So you got one dude who raped 23 women, right? That's a lot. So at the end of the day, if you found out why this whole serial thing was going down, that 500 women in this one area were raped, and then you found out that was by...
Look at the frequency. An American.
I'm saying. Now, think about it. One man, just in America, right? One man can't even do that in 68 days.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is there's 70 men who didn't do it.
I know that.
But what I'm saying is that one dude, that's why it's even dangerous. The monster is even dangerous. Like, because
He's a repeat.
He's a repeat predator, like how predators have many victims. A victim may be a victim one time and experience a horrible thing, but this dude has done it to. So what I'm getting at is like, if somebody's done it once, there's a likely chance that they've done it
before and will do it again.
And do it again.
So that's how I was looking at the numbers. I wasn't saying like it's like I said, if one dude did 30, right, then and at the end of the day, in this city on the run, it was maybe it's a state. Say for a state, we found that 200 women that summer. Got, and it was a big old thing, whatever. And we found out it was 6 dudes that did 200. Yeah, because each of them did a big number, right? It don't take away from it being people looking at these 6 niggas like, yeah, but they start taking the numbers for everywhere else.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna show you a bunch of dudes, and that's gonna look crazy when it comes to and what they're not taking account is also is that there's the women and men. I'm sorry.
You want me to open that up?
No. Oh yeah, you can. There's the men doing women, and then there's children. There's the stuff in the household. How many things happen in the household by students? Oh, and here we go down here. They have the highest risk. 69% of the victims.
Oh, what is that?
Age, young adults.
Young adults. 69% of the let me pull it. 69% of the victims are young adults, but 20%, that's just crazy.
Look at this.
1 in 33 to 1 in have experienced, completed, or attempted. How do you? I don't get that.
Somebody got away.
1 in 33 to 1 in 70.
It's both. So 1 in 33 may have attempted.
Okay.
Or 1 in 71 may have completed.
Either way, okay.
But that was the numbers for that. You got the vulnerability groups, right? Young adults 12 to 34 are the highest risk, account for 69 of victims. 69% of the victims, right? College students, approximately 24.6 of female undergraduate students experience rape or sexual SA. Trans individuals 1 in 2.
Damn. Wait. Let's talk about that.
Because that's so that goes into the argument that people will make that how you got there was how you got there.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, okay.
Or could it? So okay, let's talk about that.
Because people will argue that you're even this because of that. So that's why the numbers are so high here.
So is that the case, or is it that when you become that, you're unprotected?
No. Well, unprotected is
like the forgot about people or something.
No, it's not that you're unprotected. I think unprotected is perspective, right? It's like, because I don't want to say unprotected, they're human, and that can go either way, from male to female to male, and they identify wherever they identify. What they're saying is that 1 in 2, meaning like that's how many. But I would think somebody would argue that point, being that like, okay, somebody would argue that you are that because something must have happened to you.
Yes, but right? Is that what they're saying? Are they saying that once they become that, 1 in 2 of them experience violence in their lifetime?
You know, I can't. Just from that quote, I can't realistically say. Yeah, I can't realistically say that's a crazy stat, though.
That's sad. Is like, no matter how you look at it,
crazy stat.
That is sad as fuck. I don't know where that was at. I'm trying to find it because that's fucking alarming.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't think that's.
Let me see.
Oh, and then and also too, you gotta remember too, for different reasons. It say, look, first of all, it say will experience in their lifetime, right?
Yeah.
Meaning some of this maybe not to start off.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
So it could be, what if just I'm just saying this as an example. I don't mean
Yeah, because we're just really finding out about it right now.
When somebody lied about what they were.
Yeah,
that counts too.
There could be
or somebody like playing somebody else or playing. You know what I mean? Or a bunch of them. Or somebody found out you was messing with somebody. Then a person that happens to right. They feel like they're exposed, so they'll take it out on you because they. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me see.
It can occur before, during, or after the transition. Okay. However, data from the U.S. Transgender Survey, an organization like RAND, highlight that the risk often increases or remains high after the individual begins living openly as a
for sure.
transgender.
So what's happening here too, I think, and I can't
due
say
to targeted high hate crimes and systematic vulnerability.
I was gonna say that a lot of dudes can't deal with themselves, lusting after having certain kind of desires,
and then they take it out.
Take it on them. It's almost like you hate yourself for what you like, but don't mess with them, and then violently handle them after it. Like, you know what I mean?
Jesus. Only about 21% reported.
Yeah.
That's one out of two for 21%. And that Jesus.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Which women, I wonder what the rate for that is. Women is crazy. They gotta be crazy too. Because women oftentimes first of all, they're dealing with their own trauma for going through that, something that as horrific as that. And then what happens when you tell somebody and they don't believe you? What happens when you tell your mama that your daddy was doing that and she don't believe you?
Right.
You ruined. And I don't mean that ruined. I know homegirls who have survived that.
No, you ruined on two fronts.
Yeah.
Now you're a victim because your dad did this, but now your mom don't even believe you and she's choosing a monster over you.
Yep. You gotta just live with
that. One thing that I will say from this is just, it is a horrible thing. Dang. This turned into a long...
Do you mind if I do a reaction video after?
Yeah. Damn.
That's crazy.
Man, that's depressing.
Yeah.
That's ugly and just in a lot of ways, man. Shit. Let's get out of here. We've had a good wake up show.
Crazy.
This was a heavy one, man. Like,
how we even get here,
dude? Because what were we talking? The kids, the three teens in Florida.
Right. Yeah.
And just the culture of what it is. Man, go out there, be safe, keep your head on a swivel, pay attention, listen to your women, listen to your children, listen to your girls that are talking to you and telling you what their experiences, and create a space where they're comfortable speaking to you, where they don't think that they're going to be judged and they're going to be outcasted or shunned for what they've experienced. It's all love all the time, man. Blessings to you. We got to talk about, because Kevin kept talking about the Cardi B, Cardi B drugging. That's horrible. You shouldn't drug anybody and take advantage of anybody to get money out of them.
Who asked about that? Who asked?
Kevin Finley. He sent a super chat.
Oh, my man, Kevin Finley.
How do you feel about Cardi B admitting to what she used to do to men and people still supporting her? I think people look at men like such monsters in general that they don't really have much empathy or sympathy for when they go through stuff, because they're doing a lot of shit. But it's wrong. Anytime taking advantage of people is wrong. Drugging men, using their sexual desire against them and drugging them, and then you're a thief, and you are putting drugs in somebody's body. You're wrong a lot of ways.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of, like, when it comes to that. Like,
yeah, I don't really have that's messed up and evil as hell. And I know Cardi, just like a lot of these other celebrities, got away with a lot of stuff. Hell, if you want to look at from the time from when R. Kelly tape dropped, from the time he was actually arrested, Look at the time between that. That'll let you know how people don't be tripping on stuff.
You're right.
From the first time the tape dropped, right? Remember back in the day, all the way to when he actually got arrested with jail. How many years was in between that? We been knew he was messed up. We been knew. We knew he married Aaliyah when they got in the node. She was 15. We knew he married Aaliyah then. I was in high school. I was in Hamilton High when he married Aaliyah.
That's what we didn't talk about when we were talking about the regularity of it. Like, R. Kelly is a prime example.
Prime example. I remember, and I was in Hamilton High when I found out he married Aaliyah, and her parents got in a node. So start from that date all the way till 2000 something when he actually went to jail. That's how long we knew what he was on, and then nobody tripped.
And still listening to the music, still supporting, still dancing in the name of love.
Yeah.
But all right, man, we out of here. Chrissy Nome got fired. Ever. Peace out.
Ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the